Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to Sunday Night Shenanigans, episode 10, double digits. One more episode than Bobby did hours today. That's a lot. It took me 10 weeks to get here. It took him one afternoon to do 9.5 hours. I want to thank everyone who still has the time, the effort, the energy to consume YouTube content after the massive amounts of content pumped out on Bobby's show today. You guys are awesome. I have a special guest host in the back. VR is still on vacation. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk some Jets. Crazy, I know, but we're going to do it. Strap in. Grab yourselves a bottle of water, a coffee, some Triscuits, maybe Ritz. Whatever you're in the mood for. And let's have some fun right after this.
Are you ready?
Who bets on the Jets? Have you not learned anything about betting? The Jets are going to come back! No, they're not! They're never going to come back! They're never going to come back!
Long story short, the Jets are going to the Super Bowl. That's a promise!
Place your bets now, people!
Who do you want to win?
The goddamn Jets.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Shout out to producer JR for taking care of that. Let's say what's up to everyone. David D here first today. What's up, Dave? Our man Alfonso Stackhouse coming in from halfway around the world. Stay safe, brother. Praying for you, man. Hank G. The Hank G. Yes, that Hank G. The GoFundMe Hank G. The GoFundMe, which thank you to Knob Deep the other day, got another $50 donation. And guess what, folks? Check. We are at the $800 target for Hank. Hank is completely covered for his trip, minus the strip club that Bobby's going to demand that they go to together, minus his meals. But we threw him a little extra to help with some transportation to and from the airport. And I want to thank everybody who's donated. I'm going to pause the donations tonight after the show, and we will determine what we want to do. If it's still open, you guys are more than welcome to help donate. And then as a group, whoever donates from this point on, we can determine what we do with the funds. But Hank, I want to thank everybody who contributed. I want to thank everyone for their donation, their love, and once again, proving to all how fucking awesome Jets fans are. So to everyone, thank you. You guys deserve that. Hank, I can't wait to meet you. I hope we get a few words in, and Bobby allows me to talk to other people once he gets here. Nate's here. Nate, he of 9 hour streaming legend with Bobby today. Jeff Melillo is here. Welcome, sir. Alan is here. You want the real Bonesy as co-host? Well, thou shalt ask, thou shalt receive. Let's bring him in. What's up, Bonesy?
Nick, my guy. What's up, buddy?
How are you, man? Thank you for co-hosting today. I appreciate it.
Alan's talking about my brother, just so you know. He means the real Bonesy. That's all he talks about is Joe Bonesy. So he's not hyping me up. He's asking for my brother.
Oh, jeez. Not cool.
It's a running joke. It's all right.
Addison is here. Addison of the trilogy of Bobby Midnight. Addison, Nate, and Bobby. They can go for hours. They go on and on and on and.
We saw that
live. Is here. Tommy's here. Congratulations, Tommy. Like I said earlier on Bobby's show, stick with it. I'm here if you need me. Raul is here. Do not let Raul and Tom Ace get in the chat together. Those two give me a run for my money with some of the shit that comes out of their mouths or their fingers type. I'm looking forward to see what they have in store for the chat tonight. Let's see who else we got. We got Boomtown coming in. Boomtown here, dropping an F-bomb in Canada. Watch out. You might get stripped from your home and put into custody after saying bad words up in Canada. The legend himself, Bobby Midnight, gifting one proud NY Jet fan membership, which went to Mojo Jets. Mojo, if you're here, you can thank the legend, Bobby Midnight. Yes, look at that. Bobby taking my advice. Don't say hello to everyone one at a time. You don't like typing. Just say hi to everyone in one post. Nice, Bobby. Very well done, Bob. I'm proud of you, buddy. Thanks for joining, Bob, and thank you for gifting the membership. You're the man. Clancy's here. Mess is here. Jay Quest is in the house. Yeti's here. Yeti, ye of many toe joke, Yeti. You will see that at some point today. David D. 3 Siblings is in the house. Georgie's here. I'm going to tell you right now, Georgie, your name is my favorite name in the chat, aside from my son's when he pops in, because we had a pug, me and his mother, for years, and we named it Georgie after Jorge Posada. I was like, can we name it Chad? I'm like, no, my buddy Timmy has a dog named Chad. Can we name it Curtis? She's like, no. I go, how about Derek? She's like, no. I'm like, Tino. She's like, no. I go, Georgie. She goes, oh, come here, Georgie. Okay, I like it, Georgie. So we had a pug named Georgie.
How long did you have a dog for?
8 years. We moved out in 2004. Oh, maybe 6. He passed. He had seizures. He had a short life.
Ooh.
He had a short life. He had seizures. It was real bad. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and he would be with his little bowling ball head cracking me in the face, like having a seizure. It was rough.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was rough. He was a great dog, though. He just loved. I'd sit him on the couch next to me, prop him up, and he'd be there like this, just watching the game, and he wouldn't move.
Every time my dog hears your voice, Nick, he's like, yo, fuck that guy, bro. He wants me dead.
Ted is here. Oh, wow. I forgot about that. That's the guy who put the hit out on me. Ted is here. What's up, Ted? Welcome. Ted, we will not yell at you on the show. We will not snap at you. You are able to ask any questions that you want, and we will not yell at you. B-Mac is here. Todd's in the house. Just win, baby. That's it. Just win. What's up, Chris? Thanks for joining, man. I saw you over in Bob's chat. I'm trying to catch everyone else. Joe Bonesy. Here you go, Alan. There you go. Ask and thou shalt receive.
Your brother showed up.
2 Bonesy. 1 show.
Special times, baby. Boom said he had to take a lot of notes tonight.
I'm feeling quite Jake-ish having 2 Bonesies on 1 show. I'm starting to get up to that Jake level. Just 37,000 more subs to go, baby. So spread the word that this show also has 2 Bonesies. And to everybody else, welcome. Welcome. Murdog. I'm looking for who else. Tom Ace is here. Blitz BK is here. Blitz is in for the game. Let's get rid of some business before we get into everything, if you don't mind, sir.
Yep. Let's do it.
Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., the New York Jets will be calling me to get payment for the tickets. If you have been debating and if you want to guarantee to sit with us, you need to get me the money tonight. I'll post my Venmo in the chat in a little bit. Just do that. Do that. There will be other tickets available further down the road if I need them, but I cannot guarantee they're going to be with us. Other groups now get opened up to us. Everyone's going to be purchasing starting tomorrow. That's why I asked to go right at 9 o'clock so we can be lower and in the best possible seats in the upper deck. So let's make sure you guys get in. The tailgate money can wait a little bit. If you want to knock that out, it's Tailgate Joe. The menu's been released. It looks phenomenal. But we'll get more later. We're going to have so much fun. You don't realize how fast a 5-hour tailgate goes. You know, because I go in early now. Like, I don't want to deal with the line. I like to go in early. Now that I don't drink, I used to be like the last one to go in, get to the line as the fireworks are going off and opening kickoff. The Jets now do an hour before kickoff. They set off fireworks to let everyone know, start making your way in to be there for the introductions.
Nice.
So it's going to be fun, man. It's going to
I'm
be.
going to try to meet you. I'm going to try to meet you early too, because I know Johnny's going to be like right there at the hotel, so he's going to be early. So I'm going to actually try to really get there. Like, you tell me what time to start going in, and we're going to do this.
Are you taking the train in from New York?
No, I'm driving.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you're taking the train in, the train doesn't start running to there until like 5:20 is the first train for a night game. So the tailgate will be 2 hours in already.
I'm driving, so I could do what I want. I don't even want to worry about it. It's like an hour and a half. It's not terrible. I do it on the train all the time, so I just won't be pounding. I won't be drinking. So
my buddy James, who I always reference, who runs K5, James, for the opener, we're going to be with Tailgate Joe because there's too many people, and I didn't want to worry about having to cook. But don't worry, I'm still a part of K5, pal. You're not getting rid of me that easy. Oh, James, while you were here, you were a witness when I threw the football from the K5 pole to the K6 pole. James has seen my arm live in its prime in my early 30s. James, testify. Have you ever seen anyone throw a football like me in person?
James, we got to know, James. This is very important.
James Corbett holds the entire power and the energy of the rest of the show in his next sentence that he types. Bonesy has called me out and said that it's impossible to throw it from pole to pole.
No, I could tell even when you zip that pass to your brother.
Read it, Bonesy.
Yes, I did. It's legit. Yo, bro, as soon as I saw you zip that ball to your son in the video, I was like, yo, he's got a gun. You fucking got it, bro. I could tell right away.
Let me tell Tom and Rick something. Uncle Rico ain't got shit on me. Nothing. Well, not anymore. I can't do it no more. The body's gone to shit. I've been working out. I've been trying to get healthy to get the body up so I could do a little bit of throwing that day. But I don't know. I used to be able to do it for hours. That's what she said. But yeah, it used to be a blast. I'd have people come up to me and like tap me on the shoulder while I was hanging out and drinking and be like, hey, like, my kid's never seen anyone throw the ball. Can you throw the ball? I told them about this guy in the parking lot. I'm glad you're here. Can you throw the ball again? Let my kid watch you. All right, let's go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it used to be. Thank you.
I already
James.
told you, bro.
Thank
I'm
you,
like,
James. The check is in the mail, pal. The check is in the mail, James.
Favre-like arm. Look
Yes.
at that.
And
James hyping you, baby.
That's it. Thank you, James. I got to make it rain next time I see James. And total coincidence, I've also sent some unsolicited pictures to some pretty women, just like Favre. Complete coincidence, unplanned, but they knew what they were getting into and they gave me the digits. So
I wish I could have just saw like just one night of the pre-Nick shine when you were fucking nuts.
Dude, there could have been documentaries about me in the parking lot. We would be there 5 o'clock in the morning for a 1 o'clock game before they put the restrictions on the parking lot.
So it's you probably part of the problem.
Yes. Well, I'm going back to me and my cousin Mike got tickets in 2000, and I would be there so early. The people for the stadium would walk out in the yellow jackets and like their cash boxes at like 7:45, and my cousin Mike would call and be like, "I'm on the turnpike, bro. I'm passing the airport." I'm like, "You're good. They didn't leave yet." And then sometimes he'd call. I'm like, "You better move, dude." He's like, "We just got off the exit, man." And then he'd honk and like have his fist up. It was great, saving $15 getting there before they opened up the lot.
Oh,
and then they put a kibosh on that. But yeah, good times, man. Great times back then. Too long. We've been there at the point of the parking lot where the cops pulled up and like, guys, game ended 3 hours ago. It's time to go. Like, come on. So
see, you live so close. That's what's awesome. You're right there. Like if I was right there, yeah, man. Like every time I've gone to a game, it's like, man, I got an hour and a half drive. If we lost, it's like, let's get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. But
Yeah, it was a lot of fun back in the day. A lot of horrible decisions made there that I can't tell on air. That's like an after midnight story. Some of them.
Yeah.
I don't think we're making
You
it there.
just got to go on the Bobby late night midnight show. We can tell them all on there.
Yes. Congratulations to Bobby. For those that don't know, number one, shame on you. He was on for 9 hours. I'm sure you've all opened YouTube at some point today. Bobby hit 500 subs earlier today. Bobby is now going through the process of being monetized, and Jake may have to get an actual 40-hour job because everyone's going to be giving their money to Bobby now. Jake's going to be working at Alden under you, bro. He's like, yeah, I don't know what happened. He goes, all of a sudden, Bobby got monetized and there was no donations to my channel anymore.
It's so funny.
Shout out to Jake. I hope Jake hears that or sees that. That's good humor.
Jake, my man.
Let's for those of you on the channel who, when you type in the chat and you have one of these S's that come up after and your comments are in green, what does that mean if you don't have it? Well, it means that they're a member of the channel. Joining the channel as a membership is a great way to support the channel. It's a great way to help me help you. It's a nice donation. You can gift memberships to help others. Now, what does that give you? Well, good question. Let me answer that for you right now. What you get is you get privileged replies in the chat. You get to join the Discord group with myself and all the others who are on Discord. We'll put that information up on the bottom for you right now. You can follow those links. Yep, right there. Follow the instructions on the bottom if you haven't already. Super chats are a great way to cut the line, get your comment, question, or critique on air immediately. And yeah, let's have a good time. Let me give you guys an update. For those of you who are asking, what the fuck is this orange chair that I'm seeing in the chat? That is from the infamous Bobby Midnight Show, Bobby Woodruff, and we made the chair an emoji. Now, if we get to, let's see where we're at, 26. Well, after these two, we're at 24. 24 emojis away, or memberships away from the next emoji. Oh, Jet Set. We got another membership coming in. Oh, I got to hit live. Damn it, I hate going back and forth to YouTube. Can anyone tell me? Oh, Peter got it. There you go, Peter. Thank you, Jet Set for Life. You're the man. I appreciate you gifting the membership. And Peter, if you haven't already, reach out and let's get you on. Let's get you in the Discord group, my friend.
Now you have access to behind the scenes pictures of Nick's amazing life. And everyone else is dropping all. The pictures make Discord more fun. The memes, it's just like us chilling in there.
It does. It's a large group chat. It's great. I would say it's 80% Jet Talk. No, I say 60% Jet Talk, 30% nonsensical memes and Instagram videos, and then like 10% like family and loved ones like out and about throughout the world. And wait. 2% Mark saying good morning.
I was just about to
Mark,
say that.
Forgive me. I couldn't leave Mark out. Mark comes in every day. As his night ends and he's done with work, he shouts out everybody and wishes everyone a great day. And I love waking up to that and seeing that every day. It's awesome.
I said that to him. I said, when I'm waking up and I know I got a long shit day going on, I just look at Mark's comments.
This is perfect. I imagine it's like the end of The Hangover when they find the camera with the picture. Yes, that's why whatever happens in the Discord stays in the Discord. It does not get screenshot, shared, put out into the public. It is a private entity where we all protect one another.
How great was that ending of the movie, though? Like, when I was in the movie theater, I was with my girl, and we were watching, and I was like, going through the movie, it was funny, it was funny, but once
and then all of a sudden you hear Flow Rider, and you're like, oh, we got to sit back down?
Dude, that was amazing. That was good.
I need someone to mute Jay Quest for 60 seconds after this comment. You know what?
Didn't you
I'm
say?
doing it.
Didn't you say that no one saw
Mute
you
you,
do it?
Dayquest. You have been muted. No, I have Chico. I played the back nine with Chico.
Oh, okay. So you're a good golfer then. That's 81 on a. What was it?
It was 66. There's no par fives.
Fucking-
It's West 9 in Plainfield. It's 9 holes, and I just played it through twice.
Yeah, I can't golf.
Him and his negativity. You know
I
what was
suck at
great
golf.
about it? I played the first 9 by myself, hour and 10 minutes maybe. There was no waiting. There was no standing around waiting for people to take shots. There was no back tightening up. It was hit, go, hit, go. And I was in a rhythm. I don't have a driver. So they have drivers that you can test use for free in like their little clubhouse. So I used a ping driver. I was killing it. Killing it consistently between 250 to 270. Most of them were straight or just barely like right on the rough, but like the good part of the rough, you know. And it's summer, it's hot, it's dry, so a lot of like it wasn't a thick rough, so you can still get a good iron off of it to the green.
How's your putt game?
I was on point with speed. My speed was on point. If I wasn't making it, I was pin high left or right a little bit. Like my speed was on the other day. That's what made it such a good round, was not a lot of 3 putts. I've never had a problem hitting from the tee. It's always the short game. And then I chipped in from 35 yards out to end it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's the video with Chico. That's the video with
That's
Chico.
a shot.
And Chico works there. Dude, I crushed the drive on the last hole. And then I caught it fat I'm very good with my lob wedge. I punch it out. It goes nice and high and drops on the green. I caught it too fat, and it ended up about 25 yards short of the front of the green. And I chipped with a 7 from there. It hit right at the front of the green. Boop, boop. 2 bounces, rolled perfectly and dropped in. It was perfect speed, everything. It was great. Yes. Thank you, Jay Quest. Welcome back. Chico did confirm. The 81. So, all right. Enough about me and all my prowess on the golf course and parking lots, throwing and making out. We didn't get to that part? Maybe we will. Stick around later. All right. Let's get to the list. This week's list is Bonesy. I always have my guest choose, and I wanted to not have a guest tonight. I said, let's rock me and you the entire night. You pick. You know, I've never co-hosted with you. You've popped on for hangouts here and there, but I was like, you know what? Let's just do the show, me and you.
Let's do it.
Tell everybody the list that Joey Three Legs wanted.
Well, I honestly was open to a lot, but going back with what everyone's done the past couple of weeks, we just did your favorite offensive players that are non-active. So, you know, retired. That's what we're about. We're about to go back and reminisce a little bit of what we got going on with our fandom.
Now, for everybody in the chat that majority of the time has selective hearing, favorite, not the best, your favorite. You may have loved Dedrick Ward for one play in Buffalo, clinching the AFC East in 98. That's your opinion. You may have loved Tommy Bohannon. That's your point. That's your choice.
Gerald Soule.
Your favorite.
Tommy
You may have loved John Connor, the Terminator. It's your choice. It's your favorite. So I'm sure you guys are a very quiet, respectful, non-opinionated group. There will be no laughter or making fun of me and Bonesy for our opinions. It's just the type of people you are, and we thank you for being you. So go ahead. I'll give you choice. It's your list.
No, you go first. You go first. You go first.
I never go first.
Oh, come on.
Stop your bullshit. I didn't even make my list yet. I can't go first. I make my list while you're talking. So do you want to go back and forth, or do you want to do...
Let's go back and forth.
We'll go back and forth. And as always, start at 5 and work your way up. Go ahead as I compile.
All right. So this, as as Nick noted, this is favorite players, and this was hard to do, to be honest, because I love so many fucking guys. You know, it was really impossible to put this list together, but I did my best, and we're going to start up, and we're going to give the big meaties, the fatties up front some love. And this was tough to have to come to this, man, but I'm going with Nick Mangold as my number 5. I love the guy. I love his dry humor. I loved him in interviews. He was the more, I could drink a beer and butt heads, and he was crazy. I loved everything about Mangold. He wasn't as healthy as Brick, but he was healthy. He played through hurt. He played through broken hands, fingers. He also got to touch 3 men's asses that are pretty significant, if you ask me. He got a little bit of Chad in 06, he got Favre in 07, and he got Sanchez for a couple of years. He even got a little bit of Fitzpatrick in the
nice hands on his dupa.
You gotta admit he's got a couple nice grabs in his day, and if you always know Nick Mangold, his best friend was the quarterback. Like him and Sanchez, they did a podcast. Like his best friend was always the quarterback. Nick Mangold was the man, and even watching him on Jake's show, he's still the same fucking dude. He's a Hall of Famer, and shout out to Kevin Mawai, because I did love Kevin Mawai as well. And but Nick Mangold's my number 5, the big fatty getting some love.
All right, very nice. Anthony, we are doing our favorite 5 offensive players of all time. Oh, man.
Fucking boom.
What did he say?
He said we've been talking for hours already. He's having a field day today. He said he was ready.
I'm sure.
I'm also with my list. I'm not going further back than like my true love. Like I'm not going for players that I watched.
It's your list. It's your list. You go with what you're comfortable with. It's guys that you love. I'm gonna have to say this name, and it's not a name that I speak very highly about because how it ended. But when he was a Jet, he was my favorite Jet. And the problem was he was just here for a couple years. And that's Keyshawn Johnson. I absolutely loved Keyshawn when Keyshawn was a Jet. To me, he was everything in that era a wide receiver should be. He was big-bodied. He could take the slant. If you missed an arm tackle, he would take more of it. And he would break free and make more of the route than you thought he'd get. He was physical. He was a great blocker. But I absolutely loved Keyshawn Johnson when he was a Jet. Broke my heart when he demanded out. I had a Keyshawn Johnson jersey burning party the first game of the next season and got on K-Rock and told other people where we were in the old lot at 18B. And 4 or 5 other people brought their jerseys over, and we burned them all together right there on the concrete in the lot. But listen, if you don't love them, it doesn't hurt when they leave, right? If a relationship ends and you're like, all right, thank God she's gone, there wasn't real love. Thanks. I loved Keyshawn. I absolutely loved Keyshawn, the player.
The player is the key there, because as soon I didn't mind that he demanded a trade, whatever a player wants to do with that. I enjoyed his time with the Jets, but as soon as he got on the radio, he is not a Jets fan. He doesn't talk like a Jet. He doesn't care he was drafted by us. I hate the after effect of Keyshawn because he made me dislike him. Like, wait, one of my players I'm going to pick, you'll see on the we'll talk about that. I'll bring up Keyshawn again.
Oh, we'll tease. All right. Well, go ahead. Who's your next?
All right. My next. So number 4 on the list was part of the 2006 draft when we got Brick and Mangold in that same draft. He's a running back drafted in the 4th round, and his name is Leon Washington. Now, as much as you guys want to say, Leon, He was a third down back with us, and he was only here for 4 years. But when we drafted Leon in that first year, and I could have took easy routes. I love a lot of running backs. I love Lamont Jordan. I was kind of more with the running backs at that age. I was still into Madden. So, like, when we would get, like, a nice young running back, I fell in love with him. Like, when you were playing franchise mode, you couldn't get Curtis Martin's stats to go up when you would get year to year. Like, his stats didn't go up. But if you used Lamont Jordan for those years, way back, Adrian Morrell, I did the same thing with him. But Lamont Jordan, I love leveling up. But when we got Leon, though, his speed in Madden was my first draw. And then on the field, when you saw it, he had his first year like 150 carries. It was Chad's last year with us, right? So 150 carries. I think it was like over 600 yards. He had almost like 250 or something like that receiving. So like 900 yards total. So I was ready for Leon to take off. But he kind of regressed after that rookie year with his role. They gave him half the carries on the ground, and he wasn't as involved as I thought he was. But the real reason why I love Leon is because back in Brett Favre's year, it was against Kansas City, and I was sitting at the edge of the end zone. I went to the game with my girl. I hurt my back playing flag football, and I fucking didn't even – we found out like 2 weeks before the game that we could go, because that's how it works when I was getting tickets through my father-in-law with Marty Lyons. Same thing I'm trying to do right now. So I got to sit – I didn't even know where the seats were. They were like one row back from sitting on the fence. And Leon Washington scored 2 touchdowns in that game. And he ran right up to me and pointed at me. And I was like, "You're the fucking man." And he was like, "You're the man." And it was so nice. Epic of awesome. Like a moment. Awesome. And from that moment, I loved Leon. Like, his kick returns, he was his jukes. He was crazy, man. I loved Leon. Leon was my guy.
His acceleration was cool. He could take off.
It was nasty.
He could take off quick. Like, he would catch, stop, and go, and he'd be at full speed like 3 steps in. His acceleration was great.
Good hands.
I apologize to all Jets fans because my stupid sister got me a Leon Washington jersey for my birthday, and I wore it. And I wore it during the Mark Sanchez hot dog game. We had a party for my birthday at the house that day, and he broke his ankle and was never the same. I took the jersey off and basically threw it at her and her boyfriend and said, "Take this. I'll never wear a jersey again for a game." That was the last time I've ever had a jersey on during a Jet game. Was the Leon Washington Mark Sanchez hot dog game, which the Jets just paid tribute to this week on social media. They honored the Mark for the 4th of July. They're like, "Oh, we love hot dogs too," and it's the video of Sanchez putting it on.
He killed it that game though.
Oh, he was great. He was great up until that was the ankle. Son of a bitch.
God, man.
Right.
He went to Seattle after that, right? He was never the same player after that.
Yeah. Aurora, we're doing favorite offensive players. Favorite offensive players only this week. But how can you not love Bart Scott? The interview alone. The interview alone, it makes him a legendary Jet. And
Bart Scott is a Jet. When he's on the panel, you know that he's green and white. That's why I love that shit.
Well, he also does work for SNY, I believe.
Yeah, all the time. So
he's paid by the Jets. He's got to be the Jet guy. He's paid by them.
I guess that's right. But I don't know. I feel like Bart has history here. I don't know. Bart's known for his can't wait. I feel like even if he was on ESPN and it wasn't Jets, he'd be Jets.
Yeah, he's good. All right, my number 4. Red Sox beat the Yankees 3-0. Son of a bitch. Well, we scored 14 yesterday. We're good for the week. We don't need to score anymore. Yankees are averaging 7 runs a game over the last 2 games. They didn't score today. That's why I want average hitters. I want
you were really spitting on Bobby's channel about that, because you were talking about how the Yankees are so heavily relying on the home run ball. Like,
it's erratic. It's erratic. They'll score 14, they'll score 15, and then they'll go 4 games with 0, and nobody can get on base, and they're 2 hit, and it's pathetic. It's I hate the analytic error, but god damn it, Bonesy, I'm trying to have fun tonight. Don't get me pissed off. I was angry for 9 hours on Bobby's show. I don't have time for anger. I watched 5 episodes of Dexter, napped for 45 minutes, woke up, and the show was still going. And like you open it, like, oh, he's back on. And then you take the red dot and you drag it, and it says 7 hours and 20 minutes. Oh no, it's the same show.
Dude, I was with a customer, right? And I had this show on my phone in the back room, in the spot. Nate and Gary were just there to see it. And I'm writing somebody up. And then I had a little rush. So I didn't get back to looking at the phone for like an hour and a half. And when I get back there, I heard Bobby talking about something he was talking about like an hour and a half ago. And then I got busy at the end of the day. I got on the train. I'm on my way home. I look, Bobby's still alive. I was like, yo, Bobby is going hard as a motherfucker. He's going hard.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Hardest working man.
Man, I'm upset with myself that I have this guy at 4 because anyone who watches me knows how much I love and I praise this guy. Can I keep him at 4? No, I'm moving him up. I'm going to put Jericho Cotchery at 4. I love Koch. And the reason I did is because you said in your text you were taking the other guy.
But then I hit you back.
You did.
Spicy
you did. I missed it.
It's okay.
I mean Lavernius Coles. I love Lavernius Coles. I didn't see the
It's
reply.
fine.
I'll
Who
take
cares?
Lavernius Coles. Lavernius Coles was stout. Lavernius Coles was very underrated. You know, we had the 3 mice with Moss, Cribette, and Coles all together. We didn't have that big wide receiver, but Lavernius Coles always played bigger than he was. His physique allowed him to be physical. He was another good run blocker, right? I love Coles. I met Coles at Jets and Chefs in 2015, I believe, on the pier. And he was sitting there. He had a vest on. He had a Yankee hat on real low, and he's leaning on the wall. And I just walk up to him, and I lean him like this. I'm like, yo, you think that you're going to stand here and hide and out in the crowd? Like, you don't think I know who you are, bro? And he goes, oh, what's up, man? And me and him just sat there and talked because he had the Yankee hat on like Bobby.
So cool.
He had the hat on low. And then I looked. I just leaned on the wall. He was doing the lean on the wall with like one boot up on the wall and the knee bent. And I just did that next to him. And my girl looks at me. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, this guy's a former Jet. And now there's me, 6'3", 360 at the time, next to Lavernius Coles. And she's like, he played football? He goes, yeah, I played football. He goes, I'm not as big as him, but he goes, I played football. So
That's
he was
awesome.
really awesome. Yeah, he was really cool. I met a bunch of them that day. I met Eric Coleman. I met Marty Lyons. I met Greg Buttle for the second time. Namath was there.
Wow.
Mario Batali was there. My girl yells at him when he goes up on stage. We were front row. I pushed our way right up to the front. And he walks up on stage with orange Crocs, and she just yells, what are those? And he just turned to look at her. He's like, I love Crocs. We actually just talked about that today because she was in New York. That's funny.
That's awesome.
But
I love Lavernius too, obviously.
Coles made big plays. Coles was great. And whenever I get that personal interaction with the player, I'll relate to it more.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Give me Lavernius Coles at 4. Who's, like you, tied with another receiver, like right on the same level.
It was tough going through the receivers. I going through everybody. That's why my list is more not even like you said. It's not who's the best because obviously there's running backs better than Leon Washington, but it's just had effect on me.
It's that moment, right? It's that moment where you're like you become a fan of the person aside from the Jet player.
Hell yeah, no, exactly right.
Go ahead. Who you got at 3?
Well, just to piggyback off you just said, my number 3 guy was Jericho Cotchery.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Jericho Cotchery was my dog. I mean, he was underrated in terms of he wasn't considered like a number 1 or number 2. I feel like people put him at number 3 sometimes, which Jericho got to play with. Came in 06. He had a great year with Chad. Then he got Brett Favre. Brett Favre playing through those first games. Jericho had like 1,100 yards. Like Jericho was killing it with him. Then he played with Sanchez, and Jericho was like a bigger bodied guy, but he was fast on his feet. He had a kick return for a touchdown before. Like he had that in him. His hands. He was a Patriot killer. He always played great against the Patriots.
Didn't he have a punt return? Wasn't he punt return?
Yeah. Punt return. Was it? I thought it was. I think he did both. I think he had a touchdown on. Maybe it was just punt return. It might have been just punt return, but he definitely had a return touchdown. And I loved when Sanchez talked about him, and he was just like, when that season when we traded. We had Santonio Holmes, we had Braylon, and we had Jaco, and we ended up signing Holmes and letting Braylon and Jaco go. When Jaco left, that was my biggest pain. He was my security blanket, and it was rough rebounding from that. We never really got it together in the type of rhythm. And he said all that on stream. That was good. Shout out to Jaco. He was a big part of my childhood. I love that man, and shout out to you for letting me have him.
No worries, man. I missed that follow-up text. Forgive me. Because that's when I sent you the screen video of Bobby singing like a virgin. So that puts it up in our text.
I told Bobby he's singing beautifully, right? He's putting he's getting better. He's speeding it up. He's not. But I did tell him what we have to do is everyone who sings has to only do a verse. Keep everybody sucked in for the one verse, because sometimes when you get past to that 2 or 3 verses, it's like people start, doing something else. So I was trying to tell him.
And it's difficult when you don't hear the music.
You all right?
You know what, Bonesy? I'm feeling it. I'm going to do it right now.
Hit me.
Waiting. It's scrolling. I'm gifting a membership. I'm feeling good today. I'm digging into the wallet. And Jeffrey Malillo. Jeffrey, welcome to the channel. If you are on Discord, hop in. I'm in a giving mood. I'm in a great mood today. So, Jeffrey, welcome to the channel. Follow the instructions on the bottom if you're on Discord, and join the conversation over there, man. And thank you for being a member and joining the channel as is, and now becoming a member of it. So,
get in that Discord, baby. Come chill.
So, I have so many names. And I'm going to go with this, just to let everyone know. Wayne Corbet's in his own category. Wayne Corbett is just a given and a known. So I excluded Corbett because I figured every list would have Corbett on it. I debated doing that with Curtis too, but I didn't, because he did have the Patriot years and he wasn't a Jet all the way through like Corbett. But Corbett to me gets his own category. Wayne Corbett gets his own category. He gets his own show where we can talk about him and praise him. So right here, I'm tossed up right now between two.
Oh, come on, baby. Dude, it was impossible. I was struggling because, I love so many people. There's someone in the chat, I forget who it was. 2 people said Braylon Edwards. I love.
That's who it is.
I love. Come on.
Perfect. You decided for me. I was teetering. And when you said his name, not knowing that I'm thinking about him, I'm like, I believe in signs.
You got to do it.
Sign from God. And I'll take Braylon Edwards. And I will say what I always say with the tiebreaker for anything. Playoff games matter. And when you have the touchdown in New England and when you have the catch in Indy, that just separates you from guys with regular season accomplishments on crappy teams. So give me Braylon Edwards. I'll take Braylon. Short time here. Very impactful.
Very
impactful player. We wouldn't have gotten as far as we got those 2 years without Braylon Edwards being Braylon Edwards, right?
So
we
true.
wouldn't have made it to the AFC Championships if it was not for Braylon Edwards. And one of the better trades in Jets history. Unfortunately, our defense didn't show up in the first half at Pittsburgh, or else we would have a Super Bowl championship, and Braylon would never have to pay for a meal in New York again. So Braylon was, again, big, physical, big play, big catch, big moment guy. Wasn't afraid of that. So many people that get traded to New York in any sport never succeed here. They always get the mantra of the stage was too big. The stage wasn't big enough for Braylon Edwards, in my opinion. He was phenomenal.
Hell yeah. Him and Jaco both had huge games against the Colts in the playoffs that year. Braylon had a long ass touchdown in that in the win against what?
The first Colt game where we lost 30-17, I think he hit an 80-yarder.
Yeah, Jaco had a good game that game too. Yeah, I think he had like 5 and a touchdown. 5 catches. Yeah, no touchdown. 5 catches.
Look at that, Anthony. Right on time together.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, playoff wins matter.
When Braylon remember when he broke through the end zone against the Patriots? Oh my God. That was just an incredible feeling.
Yeah.
Good old days. God, how long ago, man? We have been waiting so long for something. Nothing has happened good to us. It's been so ridiculous. I can't even think about it. How long ago that was.
Let's pray it's worth it. I pray that it's worth it. My daughter's a 13-year-old. She turned 14 this December. She was a month old when we lost in Pittsburgh. She'll be 14 this year.
God, that Pittsburgh game. What a
Thank God I
terrible
don't
first
drink.
half.
Thank God I don't drink. Oh my God, these thoughts. Anyway, all right, move on. You're number 2.
Leading into my number 2. Now, I know I'm going to get some, I'm going to get some press for this because it wasn't the longest tenured Jet. But my goodness, just talking about how it's been 15. How many years has it been exactly?
What are we in? 14th season?
So it's been that long, and the only good thing that's happened to us since then was this man, and his name is Brandon Marshall. And I love Brandon Marshall because of the man he is and the things that he showed me on the football field. He was, to me, Keyshawn mixed with, he was faster than Keyshawn.
Yeah.
And he had more wiggle than Keyshawn.
Coles and Keyshawn?
Right?
Brandon Marshall,
it was unbelievable. He had one-handed catches. He had about 4 touchdowns were jump ball catches. He had 65, 70-yard breakaway catches. He had, touchdowns. He had touchdowns running over you. He had stiff arm touchdowns. He did everything. He broke every record for the Jets. It was his second best statistical season besides one season in Chicago. And one thing I always respect about Brandon B. Marsh is he is a fucking Jet. If you hear the man talk, he is a Jet. He doesn't he played for Miami. He played for Denver. He played for Chicago. He is a Jet. He had 2 years here. He is a Jet. When he talks about the Jets, he is a Jet. When he was on ESPN, he owed nothing to us, and he still picks the Jets. He didn't want Zach Wilson. He wanted Justin Fields. But throughout that whole thing, he is a Jet. Unlike Keyshawn. When I listen to Keyshawn, he makes me hate him. When he talks about the Jets, I fucking can't stand listening to him. He gets me so angry. It's like, yo, do you care at all that we all loved you? Can you show us any type of throw us a bone? Do you have to be so negative towards us? I hate that. But I loved B. Marsh. I loved him. I just loved his personality, and he had a great season for us, and that we didn't have anything close to anything positive without that season. So shout out to my man B. Marsh. I loved him.
All right. I like it. I like it. It was very exciting, very impactful. Or number 2. Like I said, sometimes moments happen off the field that make you love a player maybe more than you would on the field. And for those of you that have watched me throughout the time that I've been doing these shows, know how much I love, appreciate, and respect Vinny for his comments on September 12th of 2001. Vinny in the 1998 season, amazing. Vinny the day after 9/11, as smoke is still billowing and the world is in shock, had the balls to get up in front of the media out in Hofstra and say, if you're playing a game this week, the New York Jets will not be there. We're not going if there's a game. There's people being searched for. There's family members who never came home. That, to me, is one of the greatest New York sports moments ever. And I was so proud to have Vinny as our quarterback that day. And, you know, Vinny is beloved in New York. He's from New York. You know, he's Vinny from Elmont. He was a stand-up guy. And, yeah, that's one of those moments that stick with you off the field forever. And for those of us that live in the area, grew up in the area, born in the area, family in the area, we took that day and that time harder than a lot of other people. Vinny had the balls to say what needed to be said when none of us were thinking about football. And the NFL then acted hours later and said that we're postponing the games this week. That to me is that's a man's move. Hey, NFL, fuck you. How many players can say that and get action? Granted, they probably would have got to that on their own, I think. But the fact that Vinny went up there in a league where players usually don't speak up against the league and said, if you want to play, go ahead. The New York Jets will not be there. I just think that made me love Vinny on a different level than on-field performance. So Vinny is my number. And I got to meet Vinny when Rex did the drum line and they did the walk-in. Me and my kid went up and we got a video of Vinny coming up. And, you know, I got to shake Vinny's hand and tell him, thanks for the memories. And then Woody walks over and it's like, he looks like he could still play. I'm like, put him in, Woody. I'm like, sign him. We need. And then my little hornball perverted son, who was like 5 years old, 5 or 6, had all the girls from the cheerleaders coming over and hugging him. I'll send you the video when I find it.
Yeah, I got to see that.
I was like, you can hug him? Everyone can hug him. He's like, hey, it looked like a little fucking hyper chihuahua. Looked like Bobby when Sarah comes on. He was fucking excited. He was excited. So.
That's how everybody looks when Sarah comes on. Vic was the Italian stallion, man.
He is a cutie. No, sorry. That was me doing the Bobby dance.
The golden brown beauty.
Sarah.
I like to turn your freaky down. With the fucking guys dancing and then Jake at the end. That's really funny. Nice. Fucking Gator, man.
Oh, he's great.
Vinny, man, my Italian stallion. I love Vinny too. It was hard for me to make the decision that I made. But you know, back to the list. So my number one who affected my heart the most when I was younger, going through the Jets pain that we've experienced, was none other than Chad Pennington, my sweetheart from the South.
Well, much like the Jets on the field going from Vinny to Chad, here we are on the list going from Vinny to Chad. Perfectly. Well done, Bonesy. Well done. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, let's just say I was a big Chad guy. When the Herm Edwards year, 2-5, we play to win the game. We play to win the game. When that happened and Chad came in, Man, shit was different. That was when Lavernius Coles and Wayne were eating that year. It was Chad's. Chad didn't even play like the whole season, and it was still his best statistical year. And he came out in that Packers game. I still remember. I think we won 42-17, and we didn't know if we were even going to make the playoffs. And he was just fucking slinging that thing, man. And we beat the Packers. We got into the playoffs. We blew out the fucking Colts. I still remember us stomping them. Just, it was incredible. Chad, his first year, us watching, I was in. Him and Lavernius, they came in the same draft class. And that year they started heating up. And I remember he played pretty bad against the Raiders the next week. But
yeah,
Chad was my man. If he wasn't hurt, every year that Chad played and he wasn't hurt, we made the playoffs besides the 2 that he didn't play. 2002, we made the playoffs. 2003, he played 9 games and he was hurt. He didn't play. 2004, we made the playoffs. We went to the divisional. That was when he played with the rotator cuff, and we were playing the fucking Steelers, and Doug Bryan misses not 1 but 2 fucking field goals under 2 minutes. Give me a fucking break. That was ridiculous. Our defense played incredible. Santana Moss had the – Chad didn't even play that good that game, but we still should have fucking won. He moved the ball into field goal range when we had to get it, and Doug Bryan fucking missed. That still haunts me to this day. Oh, God, thinking about that. Then 2005, he played 3 games. He was out for season. 2006, we made the playoffs again. That was another fun-ass year, and the Patriots stomped us in the wild card. But when Chad was healthy, we made the playoffs. I loved watching him with the ball, the play action. He was a magician back there, bro. His play action was beautiful, and he was pinpoint. He did have a noodle arm, but Chad was my boy. He was I felt bad for him because I was kind of like a Chad truther the year we got Brett. And he went to Miami and took them to the playoffs. I wasn't like these Zach Truthers where it was like, oh, as soon as bad shit happened, it was like, I told you so. But because I wanted Brett. If you still ask me now, oh, do you want to give another year to Chad or Brett Favre come? I probably would have took gun to my head, Brett. But I love Chad, man. He was my boy, and growing up, that was my guy. So it was impossible to pick, though. I have too many favorite Jets.
when Chad took over in 2002, I would scream wherever we were, Chad Pennington, the future is now. I would scream it at the top of my lungs at the games, at bars, people's houses, ShopRite, wherever. I would just fucking scream, Chad Pennington, the future is now. And yeah, I mean, if you would have took Vinny, I would have took Chad. Like they were both up there. I loved both of them. Like I said, another one who I always said that I hope my son grows up with the morals and the character of Chad, but he has my arm. Like that's what I said for years. Even before I had a child, I would say that when I have a son, I hope he has I hope he has everything that Chad Pennington has, but he has my arm strength. You're probably looking at the greatest human being on the face of the earth if that panned out.
Chad was so smart, man. He was he just pinpointed. I loved watching him.
Knew where to go with the ball, got it there on time, allowed his playmakers to make plays, was so smart. There's so many positives.
Play action. I loved his fucking play action, man. I loved it.
Yep. And you know what? A veteran team respected him, embraced him, and allowed him to lead from day one.
Right.
You don't see that from veterans. We didn't have it with Zach because Zach didn't have that ability. He didn't have that respect of the huddle. Chad, the type of person he was and the type of leader that he was, garnered that respect from day one. Probably before he even started. They just saw him at practice. They saw him in the locker room. They knew that this guy was going to be the guy one day. So another quarterback throughout NFL history that shows that sitting sometimes pays off. You know, the majority of the time, sitting and learning and adapting to the NFL pays off, and Chad personifies that. My number one.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I hate how they made that a thing where rookies, they put so much pressure on them to start right away. I think that's a bad way of developing quarterbacks. I just think the quarterback is I think they should go back to like you got to respect Atlanta a little bit. If they got the quarterback right, they let him sit behind Kirk Cousins for a couple of years. That shit could work out, man. I like that move a little bit on the low.
Yeah, you're sorry, I'm looking at something.
Right.
No, I'm looking to see if somebody got a message that I sent.
Dark facts.
Sad day in America, though. I hate to end the list on a down note, but I did just find out today that Margaret Robbie is pregnant.
I'm sorry, Nick.
And end of a great run. She had a good run. So my number one, with Cribette being excluded, because Cribette should be everyone's number one. All right, if you lived through that era, Cribette should be your top one. I figured it wasn't fair for either of us to have Cribette and the other one not to. I gotta go with Curtis. When Parcells finessed the Patriots and knew about the language in the contract to get him, it's brilliant. It's one of the greatest moves in sports history. Unfortunately, we couldn't finish the job, but Curtis is the best offensive player this franchise has ever had. Curtis was never flash. He was always substance. The few times where he showed emotion and like shoulder shimmied from like the 10 going in made people fucking like we went nuts. Like, cause like, holy shit, Curtis is showing emotion. He always said the right thing. He always did the right thing. I need to remind everyone that when he was with the Jets out in Long Island, he lived in some high rise and would just run the stairs top to bottom. I forget how many flights it was up, but I think it was, good 40 flights or something like that, if not more. And he would just run the stairs, hot, muggy ass hallway. And he would just run the stairs all day. I always remember reading those stories about him and his off-season workouts. Jerry Rice ran the hills out in California. Curtis Martin ran the fucking stairs in his apartment building in Long Island. There's all different paths to greatness. Curtis, class act. You want to be reminded how much of a class act he is. Go watch his Hall of Fame speech with what he went through growing up and the type of character that he still developed through all that adversity as a child. Makes you love him even more. One of the greatest running backs of all time. Oldest running back ever to lead the league in rushing. I think it was 1,697 yards in 04 or 5. I think it was 05. But, Curtis, you knew what you were going to get. Curtis was Mr. Reliable. Curtis was give him the ball. And I always said he's the king of the 18 to 13-yard run. He would go. Barry Sanders would get negative, break one. Oh, he's got 5 carries, 65 yards. He's having a great day. No, he's got 1 carry for 61, and he's got 4 carries for 4. So, Curtis didn't have that. Curtis was, you look at his carry logs, and it was 4, 6, 8, 3, 4, 13, 5, 11. And it just added up, and all of a sudden, you're like, wow, I don't think Curtis had that great of a day. He always fell forward. He always got the extra yardage. He always took the better angle from the linebackers to never take that big, awful hit. So
great hands.
Without Cribette being here, yeah, and him and Richie Anderson is an elite combination in the backfield, and Curtis was the reason for many of us to be happy on Sundays. We knew that if our quarterback was off, we still had Curtis. We still had a chance. And, so that's our list. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I saw you guys were very active in the chat with your comments and your players that you guys were talking about. It was too many for me to get all of them up. But thank you for watching. And Bonesy, thank you for coming on and dropping your list, brother.
Hell yeah, man. I'm trying to fill some big shoes with VR. We miss you, buddy. Can't wait to get you back next week. Hope vacation was good. I wanted to say to Ricky, I saw him say that we did it right as well with Jordan Travis. So, I'm with you, man. I like getting the guy. He was hurt, and he fell a little bit to us. And let him develop behind Rodgers. Let's see what we got, fellas. Let's do it.
Parcells, they did. Parcells, for as awful as a reputation he has with certain players, he has an even better reputation with the great players, because the great players knew he would make them greater. The shitty bottom of the barrel get cut guys probably hate his guts, right? But I mean, not that this is a channel where we speak highly about or praise Bill Belichick, but when they did the top 100, Bill Belichick had a great story about Parcells. And he's like, here we are, we had a team meeting the night before the game, and it wasn't a full team meeting. I ran the defense. The offense was doing their thing. And, LT comes into the meeting about 5 minutes late. And, he sits down. We finish going through everything. And afterwards, I just thought it was my job to tell Parcells. I go up to him and say, hey, just wanted to let you know, LT came in about 5 minutes late. Parcells goes, yeah. He goes, well, I just thought you should know that, he missed a few minutes in meeting. And Parcells goes, why'd you start without him? Like, that's how much Parcells bent the rules for a player like LT. So the great players knew, it's more of a Parcells story than Belichick, but he's the one that shared it. And that's the Instagram video that I see all the time.
That's funny. Watching Bill Belichick, not be the stiff dick coach of the Patriots. Sometimes he makes you laugh. Like, he had a couple funny jokes on the Tom Brady roast. Watching him tell stories, sometimes he's so dry, it's funny. And shout out to Bill Belichick with his 24-year-old girlfriend.
Facts. I mean, he's got to have some personality, to
Right.
Or not. I mean, I've overheard
True.
24-year-old girls talk. I mean, they're not very intriguing.
All he needs is blue
No
pills
offense,
and some
young
money.
girls in the chat. Yeah, you girl, if Aurora, I don't know how young you are, but you're awesome. It's the people who would talk to Bill Belichick that suck. Not you ladies in the chat. You ladies are awesome. Sorry, I'm just.
Vinny's gonna be. Rodgers is gonna be like a better version of what Vinny was to us. Watch, man. Once Vinny first round pick, pretty boy. He had a great career, and he came to us late, and he did great with us, But I think Rodgers is gonna take it, man. I think Rodgers is gonna shock some people. I'm fucking ready. I can't. We're getting closer and closer, man. Someone, how you're close when all your boys start hitting you up for the fantasy, like, yo, you in? Can you do draft this day? And you start talking fantasy, it's like, all right, it's coming. Ooh,
Thank you, Leany. Thank you, Leany. I thought I saved that pretty well. And Aurora is 25. So, Aurora, you're awesome. I've spoken to you. You are wise. And obviously, you are not dating a 75-year-old guy. So you were able to hold the conversation with us the other day. So all respect to you, young lady. And enjoy your youth, because before you know it, you're old and gray and a curmudgeon and toeless like me. All right. For those of you looking on the bottom of the screen, it's rant time. I'm going to go on a rant. I'm going to go on a hate-filled rant right now. I'm going to go, Bonesy, I'm not going to sing like Bobby, but I am going to go solo layout for this. I don't care if he's a Hall of Fame player. I don't care if he's a Super Bowl winner. This needs to be said, and I'm going to say it right here right now. Darrelle Revis, grow the fuck up. Why do you have to be a bitch? Every time your fucking name comes up on Twitter or in the media, it's you being a bitch. Last year with Joe Klecko, this year with Cromartie. Stop being a bitch. People are allowed to reference you, your career, and you not get caught up into your feelings. Grow the fuck up. It's tiresome. It's childish. It's insecure. It's pathetic. Grow up, dude. You want to be old. You want to have your gray beard. You want to have your little beer belly. I respect that. I love that. But stop being insecure and thinking that you got to go bitch people out. Cromartie's right, by the way. You have 3.5 years that are probably the 3.5 years that are the best 3.5 years any cornerback has ever put up in the NFL. And if you did that in Carolina or you did that in Jacksonville, you're probably not in the Hall of Fame, dude. Rex Ryan hyping you week in and week out helped you. The New York Jet media helped you. Going to the AFC Championship back-to-back years helped you. Were you a better cornerback than Antonio Cromartie? Yes. Did you probably use protection better than Antonio Cromartie? Absolutely. But let's be realistic. You got some insecure issues in your brain that don't need to be spilled out into social media. You are a Jet legend. You did great things as a Jet. You did great things elsewhere. You're a Super Bowl winner. You're a Hall of Famer. But, dude, you got to grow the fuck up, man. It's time to grow up. Darrelle Revis, you are the purpose for this week's rant.
Very well done. Very well done. You got the jokes in there. We know Cromartie hates gloves, so.
Yep.
But I agree with you. I honestly, Revis, meant a lot to me. I loved Revis. I actually, I'll admit on camera, I cried when my wife surprised me. Normally, women don't get you things that like you're unexpected. And we went through our Christmas and she didn't get me, anything crazy. And then we went to her parents' house, later that day, and she just had it wrapped like for me. And I didn't know who it was from. It was fucking the Darrelle Revis. I have a signed photo behind me, and I literally teared up because I was so excited.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on.
What?
A Giant fan would never say this about LT. LT was the butt of a lot of jokes with his arrest, dude, for prostitution, for drugs. I don't know. First off, he's been the
Great
butt
White
of
Shark.
many jokes. He's been called a pedophile. He's been called a rapist. He's been called a drug addict. I don't think calling a man like Revis, who's bitching and being a bitch, complaining and arguing with everyone else, listen, he's going to get critiqued. He's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the best players to ever play for our team. He's a top 2 defensive player of all time. But as a person, he's being a bitch. And I have no problem saying that about him. And I would say that to him if I saw him. Stop being a bitch, dude.
You see that? You see that interception signed? That's Revis right there catching that.
There's been a lot of things said. A lot of things have been said about LT, Anthony. A lot of things have been said about LT. And the way he's acting on the internet and the way he's arguing as in retirement, you're arguing on Twitter, that's being a bitch. Like, I don't mince words. If you're being a bitch, I'm going to say you're being a bitch. I don't care what you did on the field. I don't care about your yellow jacket. Right now, you're wearing a yellow bib because you're acting like a baby.
I don't understand what triggered him. Like, even with the Marty, I mean, when I watched the Marty Lyons stuff, Marty Lyons like didn't make it feel like he was friendly with Revis. Like, he took that the wrong way still because Marty Lyons. I keep saying, you know what I mean.
I apologize to the women and children for my rant. But I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I'm sorry, Bonesy. Forgive me for interrupting you. I'm tired of Revis. I'm tired of every time his name comes up, it's negative. I'm tired every time his name comes up, it's dramatic. Dude, you made the Hall of Fame. You got your Super Bowl ring somewhere else. Enjoy retirement. Stop looking for drama. If people want to speak your name, let them. Who cares? Who cares? Why give it ammunition? Why show your child? Something that I've heard and sticks with me, and I try to implement this. I really, really do. Sometimes I fail. That when you argue with a fool, people from a distance can't tell which one is which. You be a fool. Like, you're being a fool. And you're being a bitch. It's me. I'm going to speak the way I speak. I'm sorry if people get offended by that, but this is me.
No, I mean, he shouldn't have started with Cromartie. The Klecko stuff, whatever, they squashed it, and Klecko said what he said on Jake's show, but he's digging too deep. It's almost like he's looking to like, I don't know. It's rough. It's more bullshit that we need in the offseason,
Let's put it this way. Can you envision Nick Mangold doing this? Can you imagine Nick Mangold arguing with Alan Faneca on Twitter? No. Can you imagine Kevin Mawai arguing with Jason Fabini on Twitter? No, because they're classy people. They're not going to belittle themselves and look foolish for their feelings. That's a bitch move. And if that upsets you, Anthony, I'm sorry. But that's my perspective, and that's my view. And I respect yours and what you're saying, but I don't necessarily have to agree with it. So,
agree to
thank
disagree.
you for hearing me out. All right. You know what, Snowball? You don't have to talk about me like this in my chat. It's not very appropriate. It's rude. I've been here pumping Jets Worldwide, debuting on Sunday morning, August 4th. Wait. Who says Revis suffers from mental health? Being emotional is not. There's nothing to be proven that Darrelle Revis has mental health issues.
Yeah, if
There's
that's
proof
true,
that he's been a bitch, but he doesn't have mental health issues. I don't agree with that, Roger, at all.
I haven't heard that.
But
I haven't heard
listen,
anything
if
about
someone's
that.
being an asshole, how else do they know you're being a bitch or you're being an asshole? People have to tell you, right? You drive like an asshole, people, they flip you off, they yell at you. They have to let you know what you are. How else does somebody know? So, I apologize. I don't come from the school of we have to choose our words carefully or worry about what people think with words. You're being a bitch, you should be told you're being a bitch. I don't care what you do.
I don't know why Revis feels like he should have to be fragile or like worried about.
Dude,
like he was
he
was amazing. He was
Yeah.
He was locked down. He was the best to do it at his position in man coverage. Like,
where's the insecurity?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Where's the insecurity? Are you hung like me? Like, where's your insecurity, bro? Like, where's your insecurity?
You better keep that on the low. You got ladies watching.
That's all right. I'm not getting with anyone. Like, why? Why be insecure? Why? Like, you know what? Someone mentions you. Oh yeah. Look at this, Antonio Cromartie. Where's your yellow jacket, bro? And laugh and go about your day. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why someone would be like that. Oh, well. I just had a rant about it because it was stupid. It was embarrassing to him more than anyone else. He's not on our roster anymore. I don't think it's an embarrassment to us. I think it's an embarrassment to the man in the mirror. And that's something he's got to deal with and accept.
Oh, yeah.
So,
look, some people have thin skin, you know?
They do. And
I know a couple.
I know. Yeah. From the same state. Hey, big fella with a super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Revis never learned this. It is better to keep one's mouth shut and be thought a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. Same thing, similar to what I said previously, that be careful when you argue with a fool, because people from a distance can't tell which one's the fool, right? Let Cromartie say what Cromartie wants to say. Hey, shout out to Lee Van.
That's a good one.
Lee Van is in with us for the game. He sent his money for a ticket. He is in with us for a game ticket. I did invite Boy Green on. He said he would try to make it. But for those of you debating, if you want to join us for the opener and you want a game ticket and you want to be guaranteed to sit with us, I need you to Venmo me tonight. I need you to
send us that money. You're going to miss out. Well, you said you might be able to get tickets after the fact, but if you do that, then it's not guaranteed to sit with you.
Guaranteed to be in our section.
It can't. You don't want to miss out.
Bobby, are you watching the show? If he's watching the show, I'm just going to tell him on air instead of texting. But the reason I need your email is because when the Jets call me tomorrow morning, I have to give them the email of everybody, and they send an email to you through Ticketmaster. So if you do not have a Ticketmaster account yet, set up your Ticketmaster account. Georgie, thank you for the super chat. Most expensive Jets item you guys own. Bonesy?
Oof.
I'm going to say my son, because every fucking day this guy wants more Jet stuff. So my son is my most expensive Jets item.
That's pretty dope. Mine's probably one of the signed things I have behind me. I got a signed Chad, play action to Curtis, and a signed Revis. My dad's got some really good stuff. He's got a sign Joe Namath football, and he's also got Joe Namath rookie card that he got from one of his buddies. But this is what I got behind me. Some expensive jerseys. That's really it. Nothing crazy.
Yeah, I had to sell some stuff to keep life afloat. Hey, Jet Life 11. We are going to be upper end zone. I call it the Madden view, like up behind the goalpost. And the tickets are $140. That is the price the Jets are charging me. I have the email from them with the image if you want to see, but the Jets do staggered pricing. The Miami game is $150. The Buffalo game is $160. The Patriot game is $140. The Colts, who else? Colts, Seahawks, Rams, Texans, and one other. Who's our other home game? Denver are $70. So the opener just happens to be one of the more expensive games. So it's $140 for the upper deck. You can Venmo me at Nick-Sean. I'll put it in the comments. And when you do Venmo me, put that it's for dinner. Do not put game ticket, or Venmo will tax 2.99%, thinking that I'm selling you something. That's my Venmo. Boy Green and I are doing a venture together. We are about 20-something tickets in. Bobby Midnight and his brother are in. Boy Green is in. His father's in. Snowball will be there for the tailgate. Bonesy will be there for. Hawk will be there for the tailgate. Lee Van will be there for the game. Let me go through the list of everybody. Blitz BK will be there. Let me just go through. This is easier. I've had so many. Hank G will be there. Infrared will be there for the tailgate. Knob Craft, Knob Deep will be there for the game and tailgate. Woody, who does the afternoon show with Boy Green, will be there. Snowball will be at the tailgate. Mr. Bonesy. I'm trying to think. Mark Ferraro will be there for the game. And the tailgate. Oh, just the tailgate, I think. I think he got his own game ticket. Am I have that right? No, he's there for the game. Jade and D'Angelo will be there from the chat. I'm there. And then a couple members of Boy Green's family. So, yes, he does have a new. Can I get that? Bonesy, you got a rant or anything you want to talk about? It doesn't have to be a hate-filled rant like me.
Yeah, I could rant. You want me to go on a little rant?
Yeah, let me do some behind-the-scenes work and get Blitz BK's new rap uploaded.
All right. Well,
let's give you.
I got the full screen. This rant is going to be about these motherfucking Aaron Rodgers haters.
Nice.
I'm sick of listening to these people talk about Aaron Rodgers. You know, people like B-Mac and, you know, some of these people like Southern Jet. I'm trying to think of people who call Jake Assman, and they try just to tell him some of the asinine things that these people are saying. Like, you know, it's just it's crazy that they don't care that it's obvious that they personally don't like him. Like, they could care less that you know what their agenda is and what they're all about. They really could care less. It's so obvious. And it's pitiful. And I just can't wait. We all can't wait for this fucking man to light the world on fire. And I'm telling you guys now, we still haven't experienced what's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers. We still haven't felt it. It is coming. I can't wait.
That's what she said.
And you know, just shout out to everybody in the chat who knows where I'm coming from, that they're sick of it too. And it may only be July, but we're getting closer and closer. It's coming. It's going fast. And I just, we got so robbed last year in Jets fashion with injuries. For us to be where we are, with even how split the fan base is in terms of who should be in charge with Saleh and my man Joey Three Legs, we're always going to talk about it, but Aaron Rodgers is gonna save everything, because Aaron Rodgers will go down as the biggest move Joe Douglas has ever made when it's all said and done. And Aaron Rodgers is going to save everyone's job. Our man Alan in the chat always hating, saying, you know, Saleh's going to get fired. Unfortunately for you, Alan, it's not happening. Rodgers is saving everyone's job. Rodgers is providing extensions for everyone.
Can I get an amen?
Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? You need me to keep going, Nick? Because I got rants for days, motherfuckers.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just trying to.
No, you keep working. I'm just reading the chat. Look, everybody's saying amen. Greg, listen. I understand, but B-Mac's our guy, Greg. You're my guy, and B-Mac's our guy too. He's come to the Jets family from the Packers world, so you got to respect that he loves Aaron Rodgers that much. That means something. He spends a lot of time with us, and he's not even a Jets fan, so you know he loves Rodgers, and that's enough for me, Greg. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Hawks got one issue. Now I'm nervous.
Oh. Sorry, I'm trying to old man internet here. Give me a minute.
Alan. You know, wow. Alan, for you to say somebody's annoying, I get it. But everyone's annoying sometimes. Look at the Bobby Midnight Show. You motherfuckers are hanging out so much that everyone's starting to get on each other's nerves. You guys are becoming such friends. We're all becoming such a family that you fuckers are fighting freely on the channel. Like, everybody's going to be fucking annoying at some point, Alan. So just remember that.
Where the fuck did it go?
Alan, you love my brother, and I respect that. You know what I mean? Anybody who loves Joe Bonesy, I love him. So,
where did it go? Where did you go?
That is true, Nate. Bobby has to understand that sleeping is a part of everybody's, rest. They need it. Everyone needs rest. Bobby is going so hard that, that's what she said. I get it. But
well done. I was about to.
But seriously, Bobby needs some sleep because we need. But I will say though, I do like when Bobby gets like funny sleepy. Like when he starts going, yeah, Sarah, Nick, you're funny. Like when he gets to that point, he starts making me laugh. But when he gets into bitter Bobby and it's like, he's like, today I heard on camera once, he was yelling at somebody to stop showing their feet. I'm helping customers, helping feet, and I hear Bobby screaming, I can see your feet on camera. It's like, who are you fucking talking to? Are you watching me on camera, Bobby? Oh, my God.
Nice. Yeah, he's an interesting character for sure. All right, let me see.
Oh, Hawk, will you take – if we win the Super Bowl, you don't care what happens. But if we go to at least past the wild card into the divisional and, we lose on a missed field goal, everything's going to be – you got to be hyped for that. If we make the playoffs and do some damage, everybody's safe, in my opinion. It's been so long. And everyone in here can say what they fucking want now. One win or wild, Allen, if we only make past the wild card, still fire solid. It's like, wait until you're fucking feeling it. Wait till you're feeling the Rodgers effect and we're in the wild card or wherever the fuck we are. You're going to feel way different in the moment. You're not going to be negative. I'll guarantee that.
Thank you, Chef Kevin. I appreciate you for coming in. Let's go,
Chef
Jeff.
Kev.
Thank you for the super chat. And I was off screen doing some other things behind. Thank you, Jay Quest, for letting me know that it came on. Chef Kevin, thanks for coming over to the channel and becoming a member. Appreciate you, brother. All right, here we go. We have a world debut. Blitz BK did it again. He sent me a rap, and we're going to play it here for the first time. I'm going to use bathroom break, and I'm going to let you vibe out to it until I get back.
I am going to vibe out. I'm about to grab my friend.
Grab your pen.
Grab my friend. And we are about to fucking jam out. Let's hit me. Hit me.
First and 10 on the 20s, how we set it off. All these teams like this turf, they all wet and soft. Real grass, real gas, what we calling for. Top 5D, special teams that score plenty more. Ready for quarter wars, ready for many more. Open hole, run the ball and take their soul. They just lost in the sauce when Q on patrol. Pound the ball down their throat with hard, yo. We move bodies, leave it second and inches. Leave the weapons outside, we kill them inside the trenches. No remorse, no resentment, no talk, all is business. Got the fins on the hitless, division rap by Christmas. No third to convert, pound the ball till it hurts. Hit them with slants, screens, and streets, they all work. First downs after first, number 8 to G-Dub. All we do is convert, the other team we see as scrubs. J-E-T-S, 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 Jets, 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 Jets. Curtis Martin had a dream, watch us live it, there's some rings, watch it vivid, singing songs for these critics. Sing along, haters, y'all the engine to the spirit. Got a message, hope you hear it, handed L's, I hope you wear it. If you ain't hate it, you ain't popping. If you playing, who you stopping? Not these Jets, not an option, we ain't dropping. We pass the ball back and forth like Malone and Stockton. locked and we got championship gold while the builder window shopping.
So how did that just feel? Feel great. Poetic justice. We're pissed off. We was ready to come back and show what type of defense, what type of team this was, what kind of character we had. We take a lot of slack. To all the non-believers. How did that? To all the non-believers. For all you non-believers. Disrespect us. Can't wait.
Oh my God.
Well done,
God
Blitz.
damn.
Well done, Blitz.
Fucking guy.
Awesome. Dropping heat.
Jesus Christ.
Shooting from the hip at the haters.
Oh my God. So fire.
Greg, I wouldn't be back till after midnight if I was dropping anything.
Yo,
It was
Blitz
EP10.
is talented, bro.
Very, very.
Jesus
And the
Lord.
best part is this is unsolicited. Like I don't reach out to him and say, "Hey, do me a favor, create another rap." All of a sudden, boop, my email. I'm like, "Oh shit, another one, another one." Well done, Blitz.
Too
You're the
fire.
man. Well done, brother. Very, very well done. Enjoyed it.
God, I've been bumping his shit in the car. Like, it's just ridiculous. Shout out to Blitz. Oh, Bobby, I love you, man.
Good night, Bob. Great work today.
You
Bob.
should
Great
go
work.
to bed.
And congratulations again. 9-hour show, having 500 subs, applying for monetization. You've been working and grinding so hard, brother. You deserve a 12-hour sleep. He's mad at me because he put that up because he texted me, are you doing call-ins? Can I come in? I was like, no, we're not doing call-ins tonight because I want to end the show at 11. So if we start doing call-ins, I know I'll be on here till after midnight, and I don't want to start the week tired at work. It's a big week.
Yeah, I got to be up early too, so I'm not hating on you.
No, we'll do other call-ins. Yeah, Bobby's a legend. Bobby's a legend. Bob, I'll have a call-in show one day this week, Bob. I promise you. You can come on and hang out. I mean, we talked for 2.5 hours today on your show. I don't know what else. We need to let some other things in the society happen so that we can discuss.
I'll try to do my best tomorrow too to call in, Bobo. I was a little busy today because Sundays I'm by myself, so I was listening and I texted a little bit, but I wasn't in the chat on the video.
I just want to say, Bobby, text me when your head is on your pillow because then we'll do call-ins. No. Bobby's in bed. We'll open it up. No, I'm kidding, Bobby. Seriously.
Bobby, if you sit on your orange chair with your feet up so we could see you, we'll do call-ins.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Don't even tease. He'll get mad at me that you said we're doing call-ins and then we didn't. Because that's all he hears is call-ins.
Fuck. If Bobby was getting in his seat in his underwear, you were doing call-ins, so don't even front.
Roger, the wicker jet wheel is Adam Wa2K. That's his thing, and we do that when he comes on, or he does that on his channel, or when he hangs out here, I'll ask him if he wants to do it. So that's not something that I have. That's something that Adam Wa2K has, and that's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing that.
Yeah, the wheel's cool.
Go check him out, New York Wicker Sports Media, and subscribe to Adam over there. And
I subscribe and I try to like everyone's videos, but it's hard for me to watch everyone's stuff, especially live. I miss so much shit live.
Yeah. He moved his show, just a little plug for Adam, since Roger asked. He moved his Wednesday show from 10 p.m. to 6 p.m. Because his work hours are a little different now that he moved to North Carolina with this job. So instead of being up till 12:30, 1 o'clock and doing a show, it was more beneficial for him to start it earlier. So what do we got in the chat? But I want to thank Bobby Midnight for gifting a membership. Jet Set for Life gifted one. The Big Fella with a super chat. Georgie with a super chat. Chef Kevin Gilberts with a super chat. I think that's Chef Kevin's first time here on my channel. So thank you for joining. I'm I'm at 815 subs, trying to push towards 1,000. So if you're watching and you're just sitting in the back and debating on, hey, should I join this channel or not? Go ahead, please do so. It helps out the channel and helps get closer to 1,000, and gets the name and brand out there more for everybody. So please do so. And then we haven't dropped one of these yet tonight. I think it's time. Hold on, people. We're doing a flyby.
Woo!
Never a bad time for a Jet Chat.
Nice.
I do want to call one thing out on the Jet Chat. You see it a lot in the parking lot. You see people do it at bars. We need to stop the TRL woo when it's over. We have to stop that. Clap, yell, but this TRL woo, no, it doesn't fit. Whoa. Well, let me jet it out. Thank you for the super chat. Jet the F out. I don't want to curse on this channel. Anthony D will get mad at me. But Bonesy dropping 5 memberships. Thank you, sir.
Go, baby.
2 Chef Kevin Gilberts, Matthew Smith, the Rusty Spooner, Joe Bonesy. Bonesy's giving Bonesies to Bonesies.
Got him.
Central Valley Jets Acano.
Let's go.
Awesome. Bonesy, thank you, sir. You didn't have to do that.
Oh, come on, man.
Bonesy's giving Bonesies to Bonesies. Oh, damn.
Got bonesies all day, bone on bone.
We got bones on bones, bro. Just so you know, when Christmas comes and you don't get him anything, be like, yo, remember July? Proud of my J-Fan membership.
Got you on that big membership, baby.
That's it.
That's so funny.
And thank you. You didn't have to do that. Make it.
Gotta get that rolling, man. Come on. You gift, you receive. Let's go, fellas.
You know what, man? I'm all right. Listen, I like gifting. I'll even do one on my own channel. I'll do another one on my channel. Let's give another one. Let's see who gets it. Let's get everyone a membership. And it goes to Rich. Welcome back, Rich. Good to have you here, sir. Awesome.
Let's go, Rich.
Awesome.
Tell me sticks.
Oh, what happened?
Tom, always with the funny comments. You're talking about the bone on bone. It's almost like tummy sticks.
Bones on bones, baby. Bone dry. Oh, good stuff. Let's see. Oh, Matthew Smith. There you are. Matthew Smith. Look at Bobby calling me out on my own channel. He goes, wow, just one. Bonesy gave 5. Well, I've given 2 now during the show, Bob.
Facts. This is your own show, Bobby. You're not gifting yourself, right?
And who says I'm done? Who says I'm done?
Someone's got to beat me. Someone's got to go over 5.
Oh, I like that. I like the challenge. Look at Bobby calling me out in the chat.
Bobby, you need some sleep, my boy.
Brace yourselves, people. If you give one membership when Bobby has the Night Owls, which I think he should call it, Bobby Midnight, Night Owls. I think it should be Night Owls. That's my 2 cents. Yes, I did get owned by Bobby. Bobby has no filter. I am petrified.
Yeah, Johnny,
Bobby.
what the fuck, man?
Bobby's not leaving. Bobby's not leaving because he is petrified that me and Bonesy are going to do call-ins at any point. And if we do call-ins and Bobby misses it, he will not be able to sleep. He will be sitting there like this. Oh, we got the night shift.
That's good. I like that too.
The overtimers, because he does more than 40 hours a week. What are some other names we can think of for Bobby's channel?
What would you call them?
What's
Night
up, Johnny?
owls?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We got night owls. We got
How's the baby, Johnny?
Bobby Woodruff. What if we call them Woodies? What if you're Bobby Woodruff, you're a Woody? It's kind of jet related too with Woody Johnson. I like it.
That's good.
Oh, Jet It Out coming in with the super chat. Just curious, we are always behind on NFL shop with jerseys. I want that green legacy authentic so bad. That motherfucking jersey is so clean, they're not selling it. I don't buy jerseys, so I'm not up to date on what they have. Like I gotta get one for the boy. I think I'm gonna get he wanted a Rodgers black, and I'm like, yeah, well, your mom get that one. I'm like, I like the Breece Hall green. I think the Breece Hall with the big 2-0 I was talking about the other day, the numbers look fantastic.
I love my I wear a lot of black, and my Rodgers is. I wore it one time to go to Jake's meetup he had. I can't tell you how many people started with me, like it was just when the Graziano shit was said, and like it was just in like the thick of that, and people were actually like, so what do you think? Rodgers isn't showing up. Oh, here we go. Rodgers is known for this.
At the event or just like throughout the day?
No, throughout the day on my way to the train. On my walking to Grand Central to the store, walking from my store, through to go to Long Island. Like I probably had maybe 4 or 5 people. 2 conductors started talking to me about it. All haters, all Jets haters. They're Giant fans. I wear that shit with pride, baby.
Oh yeah.
Just like that flag that
dude, I'm the Jet fan, and I'm sure a lot of you are. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I've always been the fan. I wear the shirt the day after the loss. Like, you don't deter me from being me. I don't wear it just when the team wins. If I only wear Jet stuff when the team wins, I'd never wear Jet stuff. So I always wear it. Like when you're a fan, you wear it in good times, in bad. It's like a wedding ring. When marriage sucks, you still got to wear a wedding ring. This marriage has sucked with the Jets, but good days lie ahead, and it will be worth it. People say to me all the time, they'll make a comment, like I'll be at Quick Check. Oh, Jets, huh? You still sticking with that team? Yeah, dude. I'm 45 now, man. I can't afford the new wardrobe. I got to stick with this. I'm not buying 57 new shirts at this age. I got to go with what it is.
It's so true. Yeah, I literally own, I told you today, 167 black T-shirts.
I think Nick will let Johnny on now.
Don't tempt him, Bobby.
He's so paranoid that we're going to let callers. But thank you, everyone. Thank you for. Let me ask something. Let's do this. Let's do something different, Bonesy. We did this the other day. Let's see what the chat's got. Let's see what's on your mind.
Ooh, someone's on my mind right now, girl.
Let's go old school with the pride and chaos. Let's go to the coach's presser. Let's take questions, Jet-related questions. Jet-related questions, not are you doing call-ins, Jet-related questions.
Hit me. You heard that, Sarah, right? We're talking about Jets questions.
Bobby, I give you my word. If we do call-ins, I will let you know. I give you my word. You're my friend, and the last thing I want is you upset with me. So if you have a Jet question in the chat, all right, here we go. What was going through your mind when Gary started helping customers at Alden's?
Well, Gary did fine. I'll be honest. Gary, I was I was kind of laughing because I was looking on camera at him, and he was literally like talking to the young kid that was in the store trying the shoes on about like getting something quality that it'll last. Like Gary went very he didn't go into detail, so what he did was fine, but. But I was thinking in my head, like, all right, let's see what Gary's about to do.
Nice.
What's he about to say? Gary's cool people, though, man. Gary's good people.
Yeah, he's cool. I like Gary. He's fun to talk to. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth, right? Like, I can relate to that because you never know what I'm going to say next, right? Like, you never know what kind of take Gary's going to have. Aurora asked, who's your sleeper pick going into training camp? I'm going to pick one on each side of the ball. I am huge on Jason Brownlee, and I think Jason Brownlee will overtake Alan Lazard, if not by the end of training camp, midway through the season. And on defense, give me Quantez Stiggers. I think Stiggers is going to really, really impress people. I know those are two popular ones, but we don't have a lot of options. It's not like we have a team that's trying to become something. We have a very stacked team. Who you got, Bonesy?
Well, this is going to be opposite of you. I think that Alan Lazard is going to play better football than you guys are anticipating. I think that Alan Lazard is Rodgers' homie, and as much as I don't respect what Lazard did last year, because he definitely showed quit, and you cannot be getting paid that amount of money, and he showed a little baby to him, but from what I know of him and how he presents himself now, he talks, he always seems like a level-headed dude. I think he's gonna come up and grind with his boy. No homo. I think he's gonna show out. I'm telling you, Lazard's gonna have like 450 yards and 6 touchdowns this year. As wide receiver
added to the question, saying that will make the 53-man roster. Give me one of the D linemen. Give me one of the D linemen. Very curious I think one of those guys can emerge and potentially push for a roster spot. They've bumped Tanzel Smart up and down so many times. It's almost like you're the 10th guy. I don't think Tanzel Smart is solidified with this team. I think he can be overtaken by a rookie. So I think the D-line is always fun to watch, and I trust this coaching staff to give the guy a chance if they like what he's doing, whether it's Leonard Taylor III, whether it's one of the other undrafted guys.
Agreed.
Who intercepted Jim Kelly for a pick in the game after the Dennis Byrd injury? I think it was Marvin Washington, wasn't it? Jay Quest? I think it was Marvin Washington. Am I right? I think it was Marvin. I think it was the one who crashed into Bird, and vice versa. Rick with a very important question. You let Gary talk to customers.
We were waiting for Nate to roll up on his bike, and I went in the back to talk to Bobby and say what's up to everyone. And Gary stayed out there. My brother was helping somebody. Gary just went out there and started, selling.
Or V-Man, Bon Scott, bass player. I'm not sure what you're asking here, Roger. Brian Johnson or V-Man, Bon Scott. I'm not sure
Roger,
what you
got. Roger, you got V-Man, V-Man beat. I'll give you that, brother. You do have V-Man beat. No shit, no shade to my man V-Man, but Roger's a little step ahead of V-Man.
Peter saying people calling our offense abysmal clearly haven't looked at our upgraded O-line or our upgraded receiver. Agreed. And listen, our offense has been so bad for so long. Rodgers gets hurt 4 plays in. Many people in the media are not going to praise the Jets. And even if we go 4-0 and we win the month of September 160-0, and we win every game 40-0, there will be people that say, yeah, they haven't shown it long enough yet. It's still early. There's a long season.
Easier schedule.
Yeah. The media will have Allens in the media that even if we're doing well and rolling, they'll have that skepticism and that negativity and that I'm not going to trust it outlook until the trophy's held up. And still there'll be some reason that they bitch about that. That's just the way it is. If you're on the Gent bandwagon, you're an idiot. Why are you glazing them? Why are you blowing smoke up their ass? And if you hate them, yeah, remember, there's 31 other teams that you're reaching out to that'll enjoy laughing at the Jets with you. So there are media members that play into that.
Yeah, I think you got to give credit for what Joe Douglas did with the offensive line, man. Just getting Olu to be behind Tyron is just couldn't ask for more. Even with the Morgan Moses trade, such a value. John Simpson is a mauler. You could tell what we're doing. The backs we drafted. You know what we're doing this year. It's going to be a ground and pound with a Hall of Famer, best of the best, doing the play action reads. And oh man, it is if we just stay a little healthy, man, it is going to be a beautiful feeling, and I can't wait. I cannot wait.
If you friended me on Discord tonight, let me know who you are, because I don't recognize the name. The name on Discord is different than your YouTube name. And before I add you to the group, I just replied, "Who is this?" So just do me a favor and clarify who you are.
Bobby, I'll leave Sarah alone. My bad, bro. You can go to bed.
Jet it out. Last year my pick was Quincy. This year it's Tittman. All right. I like that player to make a big jump. I really, really do. I think that the continuity, the better quality players around him, Aaron Rodgers and him being together from day one, knowing Joe Tittman is the starting center, not having to worry about learning and just worry about improving is huge for an offensive lineman going into year two. And if you fuck up with the protection calls, Rodgers will correct you and get you right. So Tittman is in a great position to make a huge leap in year two, and I'm looking forward to it.
God, and AVT is going to be healthy. You slide him into that line.
Yeah.
Ay. Dude,
I'm with it, Rick.
One thing that I have to say that I love that Andrew Fialco showed us was the film on the 8-man boxes against Breece Hall last year. Like, just think about what Breece Hall is going to do. Just giving you guys a clue. I'm sure everyone in here feels the same way, but a lot of us are going to be in the same fantasy leagues and some across the platforms. I'm drafting Breece Hall wherever pick I get. So if you want him, you better pick him in front of me, because I'll take him 1-1. It's fucking going down, and I'm taking Brandon Allen as a real serious handcuff. That's going to be a big handcuff to have.
Hey, guys, help me out. Leany, if you're still watching, are you a member? I know we're friends. Oh, I'll add you in. I think Leany's been gifted a membership.
I don't think so. I disagree with you guys. I think Clemens is going to go back to more of his outside role, and he's not going to be as beefy for the inside. I think he'll have a little more impact like he did year one than year two. He didn't fit well in his role for year two. He's not an interior player. I still think he needs to be outside, setting the run. He's great. He's good against the run. He just doesn't have any good pass rush moves. That's not what he's going to be out there for. Did JFM have good pass rush moves? JFM would just beat his players sometimes.
He was stout. Did we sign McGovern, the new guy who signed the spot for backup? I think they like Schweitzer. And if If everyone's healthy, I don't know if McGovern gets signed. I saw a video the other day, McGovern working out in his driveway. Bobby threatening the co-host.
We re-sign him, big fella. I'm re-signing McGovern as soon as he's ready.
Peter, like in my analogy, the Allens in the media.
Peter, that's a good what we learned. That's a good one.
Yeah, there you go.
Jay Quest asked me, what do I do when I'm helping someone and they have smelly feet? One thing that it's funny you say this. We are right now currently about to start construction at my store, and we're getting a new AC unit installed. And we have our old AC unit that we're using pumps out great AC and has a fan like a fucking it keeps it like a tornado in there. So sometimes you don't smell shit, but when the fan's off, you can smell some feet sometimes. And boy, I tell you, I've seen some shit in my days. People have come in and they take off. Oh, do you have a dress sock to try? And they'll take off their fucking sock. Oh my god! You gotta see some of the shit that I've seen. I've been cut to blood from people's toenails before through the sock. I've been put in my hand and cut and bled from a toenail.
You like Rocky Balboa? Cut me, Joe. Cut me. Did we sign McGovern confident the guys who signed this back up? I think they're okay. I think I answered that one. I'm sorry. I'm trying to
Rick said too much information
in the chat. Forgive me. I'm way behind. If there's any super chats, I'm trying to catch up.
Facts, Tom. I've been doing it for 17 years, and I've seen some crazy shit go down, man. I've been kicked in the balls before. Literally.
You pay for that service?
Seriously, I literally been sitting on the stool and helping an old man. I got the shoehorn. I'm putting the foot down, and he would have like reflex in his knee. And literally, one guy got me so good that like he got me. Like it was like not like a fucking horse kicking the balls, just like one of those taps that fucking gets you.
Oh, it's the worst,
bro.
Worst. I would rather you wind up and kick as hard as you can than just tap.
Oh my god, dude. I was like on the floor, bro. I was hurting. It was bad. He got me so good.
Roger, I'm going to take this one, Bones, if you don't mind. Two different types of pass rushers. Hugh, I thought was more physical, but I'm a big Abraham fan. I know Hugh had a good career, but give me John Abraham off the edge. I'm petrified that all of our elite players on defense throughout the years, Jonathan Vilma, John Abraham, Darrelle Revis, have all been traded. So I hate getting attached to players. That's why I don't buy jerseys anymore. That Vilma thing still burns me. So
see, now shit like that happens, Nick. Shit like that happens when regimes change. Like
yep.
If we keep
trading your guys.
Yeah, if we keep and for scheme, like when we traded Abraham is because we were going to a 3-4. So it wasn't he wasn't gonna fit. So it wasn't fair because like as a fan, like John Abraham was our best pass rusher at that point, and we never had a guy like John Abraham since we've just gotten JJ and Bryce Huff for a couple years and all these guys that we're developing in this scheme. That's another reason why I love Salah's scheme and his development, because he gets the best out of his players. These guys are talented. You remember like back in the day when Rex would try to do these projects too. Like he drafted Quentin Coples and he tried so fucking hard to make Quentin Coples the superstar. Or he would try to pull a guy off of waivers like Aaron Mabin. You remember Aaron Mabin trying to make our team rushing off the passer? He was so fast and like picking these guys. Like, no, we grabbed Quincy Williams and developed him into a superstar, We draft guys like Bryce Huff, and we turn him into fucking getting paid at top 5 of his position. Like, I love the development from this regime, and I'll go down with the ship saying
big time. Big time. Let's see. Just because I got called out before by some curmudgeon in the chat, not to say any names. Not to say any names. You know who you are. You know what you're about.
Good night,
Addison. Look at that. I gifted Addison a membership.
Yes. Addie.
Addison, he who gifts memberships quite often here on the channel. Yeah, there's some other names. Farrier, Demario Davis. Demario Davis twice, right?
Yeah,
to Cleveland
man.
and then to New Orleans.
He was so solid for us.
Jamal's another one that, it was the right move, but a guy we drafted early, made an all-pro, and then we trade him away. I'm not saying that was the wrong move. I'm not rating the move, but
that was shout out to Greg Williams. That was incredible. What Greg Williams did to Jamal Adams. I mean, that was incredible.
Here you go. Bonesy, forgive me. I'm going to have fun tonight. Bonesy, you gifted 5 memberships. Thank you. You're allowed to be on air. If anyone wants to gift 5 memberships, I will send you the link to join the show.
Got him. Let's see them cojones.
I gave 10 the other day. I'm giving 3 today. I'm getting called out on my own show. I'm taking money out of my own pocket to help the channel. And I'm getting critiqued by Bobby. Now, Bobby, be careful, because if you gift the 5 memberships, you have less money to send me for your tickets. So don't be dipping into my pocket sending 5, because I'm already covering you for your tickets.
Bobby's testing the waters right now.
I will stay on until work tomorrow morning without call-ins, just to have fun and make sure Bobby never sleeps again. I will tease call-ins forever. He was on for 9 hours today, and it's not enough airtime for him. It's not enough attention for him. He still just wants to come on, just to come on. Bobby, you need rehab. You need to go to a facility without internet access for 30 days. Reddick.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Reddick. Easily. Reddick. Huff had 7.5 of his 10 sacks last year against backup tackles. That's a fact.
I'm interested to see Huff getting more minutes, getting more downs, and I want to see him against the run, because I just feel like if he was solid against the run, why wouldn't we sometimes keep him in there? Like, why wouldn't we have used him more, unless it was a true, like, everyone stayed healthy? But because if you look at it, look at how even when they had a talented player like Jermaine, like Jermaine's rookie year, everybody was talking the same shit they're talking about Will McDonald. Oh, he didn't have the great rookie year we thought he was, and then in fucking year 2, it's like he's a guy, a man among men.
Bird Dog said he will call out of work right now. If I have your email, I will email you an invite. Everyone will be welcome on the show, making fun of me on my channel and expect to come on.
Look at
Look at this. Look at this, man. This is addict behavior. This is me, the drug dealer, saying, no, man, I can't spot you right now. You got to pay up. And he's like, no, man. I was just joking. I'm sorry. I got you Thursday, bro.
I got you Thursday, man. Just give me one more hit.
Bobby, you can see we didn't post a link. I'm not keeping anything from you. We're just trying to do a Jet show tonight. That's all. I know when you come on, the show gets interesting and goes into a different direction. We will have a hangout show this week. I promise you, Bob, you're not going to miss anything. Yeah, there you go. Weed knows how to talk to dealers. I got you back when I get my taxes. He knows.
Come from a true
He knows how
person
to
wise.
He knows how to finesse.
That's
Ricky
so
says tied. I don't think there's any way Huff gets 14.
Yeah,
I don't.
No,
But I respect your opinion, Ricky. I just think that Huff. I think Huff is about a 7 sack guy, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion.
Chris,
You got another one?
I have had a man crush on Rodgers since
Completely.
forever. And it really stemmed from fantasy. Really, it started with fantasy football. He helped me win multiple championships throughout his years as a Packer. He was my NFC team. He was my top 3 favorite. Who else am I, gonna love as one of the great Hall of Famer quarterbacks in our game? Like, I'm not loving Brady like that. I loved Peyton, but not like Rodgers, because Rodgers is a cooler fucking dude to me.
Yeah.
And now he's ours. Now he's ours. He's our Hall of Famer. He's our fucking drop it in the bread basket 60 yards down the field. He's our fucking man, and I can't wait. Can't wait.
Good night, Bobby. Please get some sleep. Staring at a computer screen for 12 hours a day is not good on your eyes, your brain. Like, I love you.
Bobby, I love you too.
Good night, everyone, and I will miss you, Sarah. Bobby, I will tell Sarah how much you miss her when me and her are on FaceTime after the show ends. I promise you, I will talk highly about you. He called me a lying sack of crap today on his show. I messaged Sarah and I asked her, how is your son? Is he okay? Because she abruptly got off Bobby's show last night because her son got cut. And I messaged her on Instagram. I was like, hey, is he all right? Everything okay? And she updated me. I woke up this morning. I saw her reply. And on Bobby's show this morning, I said, he's okay. He didn't get hurt too bad. He didn't have to go to the hospital. Bobby goes, how the heck do you know? And I was like, well, me and Sarah talked. You lying sack of crap. He fucking, veins were popping out of his neck like a Macho Man promo. Oh, you know what? After I will not fuck with Bobby about Sarah until Bobby sends the money. I need him to mail the check out. Once the check is out, I'll have fun with him. Yeah, Sarah, the hat was here and you saw this. You saw, you lying sack of crap. He wanted to make eye contact when he cursed me out. Hey, Shog Dog. Thank you. Oh my God, yeah. Abraham today in more of a passing game, yeah.
Imagine him in our fucking scheme. God. How could you not love a scheme where the defensive ends eat and have a bunch of fucking sacks all the time? The only thing I hate about our scheme is that, and it didn't start until Al Woods got hurt, but the running game is a little, I do get annoyed sometimes when teams just dink and dunk us to death, but that shit's going to end because we're going to be putting points on the board. So teams are going to have to test us. Teams didn't want, and I'm interested to see how we respond because we rarely got tested all the time. All those fucking Miami games, they were so dink and dunk and just them taking all the little things. I was so sick. And then the defense is on the field. They know they can't make one mistake. It's going to be such a different vibe this year, man. Can't fucking wait.
And I do want to say something. I will admit, one of the things that I do now that I'm sober is I self-assess and I self-critique, right? Kind of like we hear the Jets say it all the time, that they self-scout. I do the same thing in my personal life now. And I am part of this. So I'm not finger pointing. I'm looking in the mirror at myself too. I think collectively we all need to be better and not be on Bobby's show until 3, 4 in the morning. Last night I was upset with myself for doing that. He's falling asleep on air. In the moment we laughed, but I literally felt like a piece of shit this morning. Like, we can't push him to those brinks. We have to be the voice of he'll never end the show. Like, you saw Sarah left the show last night. The show ended instantly right after that. So I think collectively we all need to be better with making sure he doesn't overexert himself. Listen, he hit 500. He's got the watch time hours. He doesn't need to do the 8-9 hour marathon shows anymore. When he gets monetized, throw money at him and then wrap it up. But I think we need to be better with helping Bobby, because Bobby won't end the show if we're all there. And I was very, very upset with myself. Like, I almost had drinking regret, remorse this morning when I thought about it. So that's just me.
It's hard, man. He's giddy about it, you know.
It is, but there comes the point where
you're
too
right.
much of anything is bad for you.
No, you're right. No,
I love him. That's why I'm saying that, because I'm loving him, and I'm saying it's sometimes tough love.
Ricky's got
a good point.
He nailed it. Whenever if Sarah leaves, the show will probably end abruptly. You got, listen, going till 3 and 4 in the morning is cool, depending on what time you start. He might wake up from a nap and it'd be okay, because if his job is a 24-hour go on YouTube. So right now, those hours could work, but he's just doing it too much. He's just, he is streaming, but he did hit his plateau. He hit what he needed. He hit his goals to get the ball rolling. So,
Yeah.
No, Sarah, we didn't say that.
No, Sarah, that'll make him suicidal.
Sarah, now you're talking too much, Sarah. Back it up.
Moderation.
Reverse.
Like, we gotta, listen, 9 hours on a Sunday, ending the show at 8:30, fine. Like, what else? You're gonna be up anyway during that time. But going till 3 in the morning and beyond, you see he's falling asleep in the chair. It's not good for him. That's the thing I'm talking about. During the afternoon, he's up. That's fine. Those are hours that are normal and people are awake. It's also part of the reason I might stay on a little bit later, so he doesn't say I'm going on. Like, he doesn't need to go on now. He's got the subs. He's got the watch time. Now it's just waiting for monetization. He doesn't have to do that over grind. I do want to say, for those that don't know, 3D Boxing is Gary. He's going to be launching a channel. Gary, when you do it, you're more than welcome to come on here and promote it. I know you'll promote on Jake, but you do have a platform here to come on as well and discuss it. So you're welcome to do that, sir.
Shout out to Gary. He's the man.
And you know what? Just because I'm pissed off at the way he spoke to me today, you know what's happening.
Uh-oh.
You know what's going down right now.
Don't do it.
It's happening. It's happening. Next up, I want to bring in Sarah. Just kidding. I gifted a membership. Sean McAteer. So now it's 4-5, Bonesy. It's 4-5. Bobby just asked me to unsubscribe so he gets less than 500 so he can grind again. All right. Everyone who subscribed to Bobby, let's take them all away, and he's got to start back. No, I'm kidding.
Gary.
Don't answer.
I told Gary a funny story from what happened when I was younger. He just brought it up to the table.
Nice. Yeah, Gary, I see Peter asking, do you have the name of the channel yet? Have you launched the channel?
Oh!
know if you just give us nothing but nets. Nothing but nets. I like that. It's good.
We could
Is
get
it launched yet?
I don't think he went full launch yet. But what we should do for Gary is just all go on and get him his watch hours by doing Bobby style and let him just run the Bobby show for a little bit.
Yeah. It's tough, man, to put that much time into a channel. That's a tough what's the word I'm looking for? That's tough to match. That's tough to match. That
Rusty trombone, Johnny. I didn't enjoy the sneaky Houdini.
Nice. Bobby, are you still in the chat, Bobby? Bobby, say hello if you're there.
If Bobby says hello, I'm ordering an orange chair off Amazon.
What do you think, Bonesy? Should we open it up to call-ins?
I think it's that time. It's almost 11:30.
11:20 at night.
Yeah.
Like, we did 2 hours, 20 minutes. Well, we did 2 hours of Jet content, 20 minutes of Bobby content.
Bobby's falling asleep with his earphones in, trying to fight it. He just heard
Rick
Bobby.
says
He's like,
Bobby's still in the chat. Thank you, Tom. Chris coming in with a popular opinion. We want Sarah, only her. All right. What do you think, sir? I'll leave it up to you.
Don't you put this on me, Ricky Bobby.
I like that I'm Ricky Bobby, though. I'll take that. There is nothing scarier than driving a car with a Bobby in the back.
I love that fucking movie.
All right. I will say this. Tonight is a Jet-produced show. Other nights are hangouts. We will post the link. We are not doing hangouts. We are going to take Jets questions and Jets questions only, and then we are going to move on.
Cave in.
I don't want to do a hangout. Like,
you ever see
some people
Rocky
were
4?
on air for 9 hours today. They and multiple people were in the show all day. They all of their takes have been aired today.
No, but you've seen Rocky 4, right?
I've seen Rocky 4.
Well, when they hit gloves in the middle of the ring, Ivan Drago goes, and he has like a real heavy Russian accent. He goes, "You're dead." That's what Bobby is gonna do to your ass. You're dead. He said it all mumbly too. Like, you're dead. I can't even do it, but
Hold on.
I'm being
such an asshole right now. IHKT. Oh, perfect. If you look at the link for StreamYard, it has 69 in it. That's perfect. Oh, I almost messed up. All right. 6IH. Oh, let's have some fun tonight.
Go for it.
Let's have some fun.
Worldwide,
Worldwide, for those of you that haven't already, that's Snowball and Johnny. They are going to be launching August 4th. Do yourselves a favor. Go over and subscribe to that channel. Show them some support, please. I don't know what Snowball and Johnny have planned for their second show, August 11th, but I have received 37 texts, 14 emails, and 22 Discord messages about the first show on the 4th. So I'm looking forward to being a part of it and then helping them launch. And
that's a big day for me.
I have to bust their balls.
It's a big day, August 4th.
Where's your comment, Matt? What am I missing, Matthew Smith?
If you die,
I met Jeremy Ruckert on the 4th. Well, thank you for all of that information. I'm sorry that. How did it go? Is there anything else that you want to add to it? Also, Sarah, check your email. Sorry, clear my throat. Oh, Sarah, check your email.
Man, dude, if you get Bobby's golden blonde beauty and you put her smack dead in between me and you on this panel,
there will be a volcanic eruption in Vermont.
I will break you. I think Yeti, I'm pretty sure, because I'm like Crazy Rocky. It might have been because he says you're dead. It might have been like the last round when they went to. I can't remember what exact part.
Why would I do this layout?
Because you're a sick fuck.
Oh wait, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, gentlemen.
Hi, Sarah. Good evening. How was your day?
Only 12:56 p.m. here, so it's only halfway done, really.
I feel like
morning?
I'm cheating.
How was your
right
morning?
now.
I'm sorry.
I've done a lot of driving today, but just in the office now, chilling for a bit, and then
I'm driving too. I'm driving Bobby crazy.
yeah.
I am very. I feel very guilty right now.
Bobby's just gonna leave.
This is beautiful, but Bobby's gonna fucking kill us.
It's all right, guys. I can't stay for long, so.
You stay as long as you need to, my golden blonde beauty.
What was that for?
Calling you golden blonde beauty. That's Bobby's name for you. He Bonesy crossed the
That's
line.
his song.
But I'm everyone's sweetie. So
right. Well,
that is true.
Not in Bobby's world. Not in Bobby's world.
Yeah, that's right. I do have.
Well, this is a Jet show. First call is Sarah.
Got him, Madison.
I take full responsibility for this. No, Bobby takes full responsibility for this because Bobby teasing me that I didn't give out more memberships on my channel.
Bobby fucking woke up.
He said he was going to sleep. We
got got.
You're gonna have to get him on now, Nick.
I put the link in. Of course I was going to.
You're welcome, Bobby.
Everybody, brace yourselves. There's a storm brewing.
Sarah, I just want to say, for all the people at home, I love you.
You are a damn liar. You are going to get it. You are going to get it. You are going to get it now. You're a damn liar. Get my tickets for myself, and then...
What did I lie about?
You live not going to have any call-ins today. No call-ins.
Well, I figured that was the best way to keep you calm for the beginning of the show.
Well, you're not making me calm now, right now. I'm frustrated.
Why? You're on the show. What are you upset about? You're on the show.
No, you lied to me. You are lying to me.
No, I have
Bobby.
Look at Bonesy scared shit now because you
what?
trickery.
Here.
Bobby, I love you
Bobby?
more
I'm
than
gonna
anything.
keep you on the show. But here, you're just going to be in the background with sound. Go ahead, Bobby. What do you have to say?
Oh.
Bobby.
What, sweetheart? What, sweetheart? Isn't he a hemorrhoid on your ass?
Because we all want you to make sure you get your rest. That's
I had plenty rest. I'm mad at the guy on the bottom of me right
Why are
now.
you mad at me?
Because you lied. Oh, I'm not going to.
I didn't lie. We weren't doing callings, and then we got to the point of the show where me and Bonesy did everything we needed to do. We checked all the boxes. The show has a format, and when the format was done, we decided we were still going to hang out for a bit. We didn't plan on it. That's why we said earlier we weren't going to do it. But things changed. Crap of crap. That is not the type of attitude we're going to have on this show. I'm going to bring in somebody positive who always speaks highly about the Jets, and Joe Douglas in place of you. Take your shenanigans to you too. Crap of crap. Let's bring in someone positive. Gary, what's up?
What up, y'all? What up? Hi, Sarah. How are you, ma'am?
Hi, Gary. Good.
You? Good. So Joe Douglas is clearly awful and incompetent, and whenever Aaron Rodgers goes, so goes Joe Douglas. Because under no circumstance can you let Joe Douglas pick the next quarterback, because we've seen what he does with quarterback rooms. So
Gary,
Joe Douglas has put out the pasture. What?
Who would you have drafted instead of Zach?
If I'm remembering the draft, I would have taken Waddle in that draft, I think. I would have either traded the pick, or if you wanted to say I have to sit and pick, I would have taken Waddle.
But, you couldn't have taken Waddle because people were offering you 3 first-round picks for the spot.
Then I would have traded the pick then. But if you tell me I have to pick someone, I can't trade it, I would have taken Waddle. If I can trade it, I would have traded it for 3 first-rounders.
Yeah, it's tough, man. We had Darnold, and we decided we were going to get the 2, 4, and 6 from him, and we were going to take a shot at supposed to be a highly regarded quarterback draft,
So the guy who drafted Darnold got fired, and he should. Darnold is infinitely better than Wilson, but the guy who drafts Wilson gets to stay. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Because he hit on every other pick, fucking Gary.
He did not hit on every other pick. That is not true.
Agnew didn't get fired because of his draft pick of Darnold.
He got
fired because of the awful contracts he was giving out and the horrible salary cap situation that we were in. And the Darnold may have been part of it, but let's not forget that the new regime had the choice to keep Darnold.
Hang on. Let me ask you this, though. So that was 17 they drafted Darnold. That's 2017? If he'd have drafted Lamar Jackson...
2018.
2018.
My dad passed in 2018, and we drafted Darnold a couple weeks before he passed.
Okay. 2018.
It was part of my eulogy. It was part of my eulogy. I'm up in the front. I was like, the saddest part about my father dying is... not that the grandkids won't get to see, he won't get to watch the grandkids grow up. Not that my mother and sister are crying all the time. It's that the Jets finally got a fucking quarterback and he won't be here to enjoy it with me. Yes, on the top of my lungs in the funeral home. That was part of the eulogy.
I was excited about Darnold too. It just didn't work out. But if he would have drafted Lamar,
real quick, wait before you get going. Oh shit, you let your hair down.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Golden
All right,
hold on.
No, you cannot.
Right. Bobby, say goodbye.
No, I'm not going.
Sarah's waving goodbye. Say goodbye.
She's not going.
She got to get back to work.
Are you leaving, Sarah?
I gotta get back to work.
Oh, okay. Bye, Sarah.
Wait, Bobby, can we sing in melody Golden Bomb Beauty?
No, not singing that.
You don't have to go back to work, Sarah. You work for Craig. We know you don't have to go back to work.
It's not in the chat. You use that song.
My eulogy, I think, offended her. I'm sorry. I was cursing at my father's eulogy.
I love you, Bobby.
I love you, Bonesy. I love you,
Bobby.
I love you, Sarah.
I love you, Bobby.
Oh. Hey, I don't want to see y'all fight. Come on.
Well, he started. I didn't start nothing.
Did you say y'all, Sarah?
Yeah.
Y'all. Get into Texas.
It's wearing off. It's wearing off. Yeah.
All right. Well, Sarah, thank you for coming on. I'm sorry that you are in the midst of this Jets fan drama. Please forgive me.
No worries. Speak to you guys soon.
Thank you for
Bye, Sarah.
Hey,
participating in
Sarah,
our
before
fun.
you go, can you look in the private chat real quick and give my my basketball channel a sub? There's no content on it yet, but there will be. Can you give it a sub?
Yeah.
There it is. It's coming right now. This is what I was gonna do before. Everyone in the chat, that is Gary's channel. You take a minute and go over and subscribe to it.
Sarah.
All right. Thank you, Sarah.
Sarah, that picture you sent me earlier, can you send it to Bobby? Bobby, I'm totally fucking with you, man.
Stop it. You're going to get me in trouble.
Bobby, I'm just kidding. You know I got the jokes, Bobby. I love you.
I love you too.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. Have a good Sarah, you have to add an H after your name for every new Jet fan that professes their love for you.
I think I'm starting to get some haters now as well. So
You'll never. Maybe female haters, but you won't get any. You won't get any from the fellas. I promise you that.
Right.
Not these
All right.
fellas.
All right, Sarah. Thank you so much. Have a good
no
day.
worries.
And
Bye.
great job taking care of Henry.
I want to ask
All
you
right,
something.
Bobby,
Right?
are you still mad at me?
Oh.
I got other people I got to get to. Are you still mad at me? You knew I was going to let you come on with Sarah. I would never think about having her on
Do I
and not
hear
having you on.
anything? Put me in the back.
You're not
She's
even
making
talking to me.
demands
I'm
of you.
all right. I let you on. I don't know what. It was a 5-second prank. I don't know why you're being so moody for.
Well, you told me you were going to have a call in, so you lied.
I didn't lie.
Bobby, he did. That was part of the plan was to get you out of we knew you were still here, so he was trying to bring you out because you weren't answering.
You weren't
So
answering.
it was
I
kind
knew
of like
there
a
was one way
prank,
to get you
so
to respond.
don't take it too bad. We still love you, and part of it was we knew if you heard Sarah's voice because you're half sleeping, half watching us. You'd
No, I
probably
was
pick up
sitting
and
on
get
my
on.
chair when he pulled that prank on me.
Wait, say it again.
I was
All right.
I was sitting on my chair. Yes, my darling. No.
All right.
Put me in the back.
I love you, Bobby.
Yeah, I love you too.
Thank you.
That's him. So
Big fella, big fella, I know you were up next. If you want to click and come back in, you are next in line.
you can. We're talking about McCagnon getting fired, right? If he would have drafted Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson instead of Sam Darnold, would he have gotten fired?
That's so easy. That's a bailout, though, man.
So Darnold had a lot to
Le'Veon Bell an awful contract. He still
Terrible
didn't build
contract.
pieces around for anyone to succeed. Go look at our 2019 and 2020 roster.
I understand.
There's not 3 guys on that roster on offense that would make this team now.
It was a terrible roster.
Do you think Lamar Jackson would have been able to succeed in New York? I think he would have fit. We would have chased his ass. We didn't have the players. We didn't have the talent. We didn't have the offensive line. We didn't have the running game. We were not set up for Lamar Jackson. So Lamar went to the perfect situation for him. You know what I'm saying?
Are you a Lamar Jackson hater? Because I know there's a lot of Lamar Jackson haters. Are you a Jackson hater?
I mean, in the big moment, I am. In the play, I think he's like a phenomenal, talented player, but I think his game is predicated to being able to run the ball, and when you can't stay healthy, that plays into it. And I don't think he's a big game player yet. So I still got to see him sling it in the playoffs and show me something with that.
I agree with that. Like I'm not a Dak hater. I think Dak is fine, but he's done bad in the playoffs too many times. I think that it's just a coincidence. Lamar Jackson's kind of I love Lamar Jackson, but you're kind of right. In the playoffs, there's too much body of work here. It's not one bad game or 2 bad games anymore. It's been consistently bad in the playoffs.
100%. And what else does he need to win? Number 1 seed, home field advantage last year. Check. Number 1 rushing attack in the NFL. Check. Elite proven head coach. Check. Super Bowl winning head coach.
Yeah.
Check. Most stable offense in all of our front office in all of football. Check.
Number one offensive line that we took 2 of those motherfuckers because Joe Douglas is a magician. Check.
Yep. Number 1 scoring
Aaron
defense.
Rodgers
Number 1
there, so everyone
yardage
wants to play with
defense.
Aaron
Number 1
Rodgers.
points allowed defense. Number 1 turnover defense. Like, everything was number one last year. That team should have won MVP with an asterisk.
They should have bullied. They should have bullied. That with that run game, that offensive line was ridiculous. They should have bullied, man.
They had everything except the quarterback to do it in the clutch. They scored 10 points in the AFC Championship at home. That's a fail on the quarterback. They lost 17-10. The defense did their job. I know Flowers fumbled at the goal line, but that doesn't guarantee them winning the game still. Mahomes is still Mahomes. You still would have had to outdo a Mahomes to get another score. And I don't think he was doing it.
It was 17-10 was the final score of that game?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you hold Kansas City to 17, you got to win no matter what. Like, especially if your quarterback's the MVP of the league, you got to figure out a way to score 20 or 18. Like, you got to figure that out.
You're right.
That's it.
All right, Gary. Thanks for popping in. I got other people.
Thank you.
I do not want to be on very late. I did this as a prank, and now everyone's popping in. Guys, check out the link in the chat for Gary's channel. Go show him some love, and we'll talk soon, brother.
We got you, Gary.
Take care, bud.
I appreciate y'all.
Next up, we got Ricky. What's up, Ricky?
Hey, what's happening, man?
Ricky.
Well, I got sidetracked with that last call. Man, you know what? Lamar's not an elite quarterback. He is a dynamic weapon, but he's not an elite quarterback. He's not going to drop back and pick people apart. But as far as holding Kansas City to 17, you should be guaranteed to win. Not when we played them. The refs made sure of that. That's all I can say about that. You know, as long as they got Taylor Swift on their sideline, they're going to be tough to beat. The ratings will see to that.
The holding, man, that that Mahomes scrambled. Oh God, that was worse.
It's 3rd and 26 and no holding on Jermaine. That was a dagger. It reminds me. You know what's weird?
Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. I saw a comment and I gotta get it. Forgive me. Somebody said Lamar's never had a number one wide receiver. They've drafted wide receivers in round one multiple times. Kansas City didn't have a number one receiver last year, but you know what? They got the quarterback that makes players better than they are by getting the ball to them on time to create. Lamar doesn't do that. If you watch Lamar's film, Lamar gets happy feet. Lamar dips and ducks and wants to run a lot, putting himself in a bad mechanical position to throw the ball accurately. That is the biggest problem Lamar has. Until Lamar, some of his best throws are in the pocket, standing up, delivering. The issue is he will dunk, dip, dive, not from dodgeball, and all of a sudden be in a bad position and try to throw it, and he short hops it.
He throws a beautiful deep ball. He could chuck that deep ball.
How are you throwing a deep ball? You're up tall, you're in the pocket, you release.
That's his shit.
He's got to get better in the pocket and become a more all-around passer because we live in a day and era where that's the quarterbacks that are winning. You got to be able to throw from the pocket when it matters.
Listen, I'm not like saying that Odell is in his prime or, you know, I think Odell's going to have a much better year with in an intricate offense where like he's going to get a lot of dink and dunk and route running. He didn't fit Lamar's game. Like he literally went to Baltimore for the money. And I feel like the wide receiving core they had last year, he should have been able to get it done.
I'm going to say this to Jaden. Is Rasheed Rice a number one? No. The quarterback made him a number one. Quarterbacks elevate the play of receivers. That's the difference and why Patrick Mahomes has and will win multiple championships, and Lamar hasn't even gotten to the Super Bowl. Zay Flowers is better than Rasheed Rice. He's a better talent. He got taken higher than him because of his talent and how teams view him. But Ricky, I'm going to let you go. I got two other people to get to, and I do want to get off of here by midnight because it takes me an hour to wind down after I do end the show.
Right on, right on. All right, you guys have a good night, Nick, and I will probably catch you guys maybe tomorrow.
Ricky, my man. Later, brother.
All right, be good, buddy.
Bye.
Thanks for watching as always. Next up, have you moved since 11:30 this morning when you started with Bobby?
No. Hi, Nick. Hi, Bonesy.
Nate Dogg.
How we doing? I
And
mostly called
just
in
so
to yell at
everyone
Gary.
knows, Bobby left backstage.
Did he?
Bobby left backstage. Yeah, he said, put me in the back, and I was going to bring him back on to say goodnight, but that
Maybe
is...
he's getting
word
sleepy.
text message right now. Or he's leaving you a voicemail, or he has your phone number, right? You're getting a long text or something.
Bobby's tired. He's going to be fine. We had to explain to him that it was set up. Like, we love you, Bobby. You know, we got you. We pranked you. You're still our homie. Family, love.
He
I'm
takes
gonna
Nick
say it.
very seriously, what he says.
I'm going to say it. It needs to be said. This is an addiction. And there's anger at me because if I do my show and you're not the centerpiece of my show, I'm getting attitude. That's not how this works. That's not how the YouTube family works. It's not. Like, it's just not. That's all I'll say.
He's a little cranky. He's tired. He's a little cranky. He needs to get
back
some
to what I
sleep.
said earlier. It's overexertion. It's overextending yourself. It's too much. It's too much. But what's up, Nate? What's on your mind with the Jets?
Is Gary still in the background, Nick?
No.
That's why I called. Gary just pisses me off with his football takes at times. I think he brought up a point that was on Bobby's show about like not letting Joe Douglas move forward because he missed on the quarterback. And I was just making the San Francisco argument that John Lynch clearly can't assess a quarterback since he... That's true.
Nice reference. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying John Lynch, I had this conversation with Gary. John Lynch can't assess a quarterback according to Gary, too. He chose, what's his name? Trey Lance. And then basically got lucky with a 7th-round pick and a Brock Purdy. So, like, that guy can't assess the quarterback position, but he's a damn good GM. And not only that, but with San Francisco, they, like, stuck through the losing years knowing that he was doing a good job, like, roster building. And John Lynch had 4 wins, 6 wins. Like, it was not a pretty 3 or 4 years to start. And now they're in the Super Bowl every year. Like, they stuck through waiting for a quarterback. And once they got the quarterback, San Francisco was able to just, I mean, we know what San Francisco is now. And I just feel like we are San Francisco East.
Yeah. You can miss on a quarterback and keep your job when you do such an elite job of building your roster. And this isn't Jets fans talking. This isn't me being a homer or drinking Kool-Aid. Multiple websites are posting about how elite our roster is. Someone just did it the other day and had us at the 4th best roster in the entire NFL. That doesn't happen unless Joe Douglas is here. So it has to come together on the field. It has to come together in the locker room, and it has to come together with health. And we know we have a team capable of being the last team standing, and that's because Joe Douglas is our general manager.
Look at Tampa.
I don't care about
Tampa
the team he got in 2020 and lost. I don't care about that team.
Tampa missed on their quarterback, had a Super Bowl roster, and Tom Brady was like, "Oh, you guys missed on your quarterback? That looks nice.
Yep.
I'll go help you guys win a Super Bowl." We're doing the same thing up north. Like, Tom Brady didn't go to Tampa Bay because the Buccaneers are some awesome franchise. They had a great roster, and that GM is still there.
Listen, no matter what you do, you're always going to have the fans that, regardless of when you dig deeper and look at context, they're still going to revert to the record, and they're going to say, "Oh, 27 and 50, whatever the fuck it is. Oh, wins. You got to see wins on the field. You got to see wins on the field." And it's like, yo, if you really dig deep and look at how bad we've been to the past 15 years, 7-10 is better than most of those shit teams. And we're talking, we had the top 5 ranked defense and the worst quarterback play trying to develop a fucking rookie quarterback through it. And there was 20 other teams that would have missed on Zach Wilson. Kyle Shanahan, I still believe Kyle Shanahan didn't want Trey Lance. I think John Lynch wanted Trey Lance. I think Kyle Shanahan wanted Zach or Mac Jones. I don't think he even wanted Lance. I think that was just talking to some, San Francisco fans and listening to a lot of the Sims talk. I always thought that it was Lynch pushing Trey Lance on them. But no matter what we do, we're always going to have the Garys and the Allens that are going to have that negative outlook just because they can revert back to the schedule. To the record, and that holds more weight for them than the context. And I'm more of a fan. It's like, we've been just look at the development aspect of the team and the talent. There's all these players. When you go look at our last 15 years and you look at the players drafted, you can't even look at many of them and be like, "Oh man, that was a great pick." Like, it's terrible. Now you look at the team now. You go look at Joe Douglas drafts. More than I would say 50% of those guys are still on the team. That's fantastic. You don't hit on everybody. Every GM misses. It's a fucking crapshoot in there.
If you ask Alan and all those pessimistic and Gary and them, I asked both of them, do you think the Jets can win the Super Bowl this year? Quick yes, both of them. Absolutely. Yes, we have the roster. That's like you said, that's Joe Douglas, and that's just them being pessimistic. Alan also asked me, I don't like Joe Douglas's 4th and 5th round draft picks. He hasn't hit. Who hits on 5th round draft picks? Like, we have Michael Carter. That's 1 out of 5 is a pretty good rate. I think that's like 10% of 5th round draft picks even make a roster.
There's some we don't even know about. We don't know what Sherwood is still because, knock on wood, our linebacking core's been pretty healthy. So that was another late pick that could turn out. I think Brandon Eccles is a solid pick who's going to turn out to be a replacement if Stiggers isn't who we think he is, because DJ Reed's definitely a goner.
Sorry, Alan. I love you, Alan.
No worries. Hey, Nate, I gotta move along. I got 2 more waiting to come in.
Yeah, I just want to yell at Gary. Appreciate the time, Nick.
That's fine. That's fine.
Later,
Anytime. It's always welcome. Be good, pal. What do you want?
So, guys.
Johnny, how's the baby?
Don't pretend to be our friend. Oh, damn it. Now you had to ask a question I care about. How's the baby?
Baby's good. Baby's sleeping right now. Just came downstairs to make another bottle. She'll be waking up in a few hours again. So, you know how that goes. Wifey's good. Been helping her out. The other kids are good. Came up here just to show you guys some love, man. Nico here looks sad, and Bonesy looks super happy. So
I'm tired from watching.
I got to get up at fucking 5:45 in the morning, so I'm not. I'm tired too, but I got a little help from a friend.
Yeah, but question though, man, with the jet stuff and everything, you've been out of the loop a little bit. And I don't know if you guys went over it. You know how to come through, show my guy Nick some love and everything. But
thank you, sir.
Whole Revis and Cromartie stuff. Did you guys touch base about that already?
Oh yeah. Around the 10 o'clock point, I went on a rant and basically called Darrelle Revis a bitch.
Yo, we were saying
around, I think 1 hour and 5 minutes into the show, you'll see the banner for rant time come up on the bottom if you watch it back, and it's me on the solo layout if you look for it. And I went on a rant flaming Darrelle Revis.
Bro, it's wild, man. Like with the whole,
it's everything Revis gets involved in is drama, and he's a bitch. He acts like a bitch.
We're still waiting for the documentary, I think, right? What's what he was saying on the show? You'll see it on my documentary. But so, man, so what happened, yo? Why are you guys pissed off Bobby? What happened? I honestly, I have no idea.
Another time. It's too much. We weren't going to do call-ins. I'll give you real quick. We weren't going to do call-ins. I emailed Sarah the link to bring Sarah on. And then we knew we were going to post a link in the chat. And then Bobby went scorched earth. And there was a 5-second prank. And then we let him on immediately. We didn't have Sarah on for an hour and keep the prank going. It was a 5-second prank. And he got very upset with me. But I will announce, I think Bobby and I are okay. Good. I texted him, I have to pay for the tickets in the morning, and am I ordering your 2? I need to know. And he replied, yes, order them. So I think
Aw,
Bobby and
good.
I are okay. We remain friends, and I can't wait to meet him in person. I'm looking forward to it. Friends bust each other's balls. That is the ultimate sign of friendship. It's why I'm going to be nice to Johnny from here on out, because we are not friends, and I do not want anyone to think that. And before I let you go, you have anything to say?
Friend. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
do. All right. Bonesy, I gotta say, man, you did a grace hosting tonight, bro. I mean, this needs to be the proud New York Jets fans Bonesy show. It was awesome. Good job, man.
Oh, you want to place your boy VR? Look at you. We placed in VR.
Damn.
No, I'm talking about
Johnny, my man.
Wow, Johnny changes loyalties fast, right?
I'm just here so I don't get
vacation.
Hey, man, that's what happens. That's why you got multiple kids. Just kidding.
Wow. Wow. All right.
No one's like my man Johnny boy with the no glove.
Yeah.
Hell no. No glove. The whole
No
no
love.
glove, no love shit is all bullshit.
Nice. Well, Johnny, congratulations again on the little one. Enjoy.
Thanks, man.
And you're
Absent,
fucking
love you.
And I just want to say for everyone in the chat, look how fucking stupid Johnny's hat is. The fuck out of here with that shit. The fuck out of here with that Met hat. Let's bring in Smokey. Where's the bandit?
He's grinding right now. What game you in? What quarter? What are you playing?
Oh, what up, boys? Latest Assassin's Creed. What's up?
That's it. Great calling, bro. That's it. Fantastic calling.
Night, fellas.
Can you see me?
What's up, Weed?
I haven't even smoked yet.
What are you playing? I know you're playing something
Assassin's Creed?
on PS4.
Nah, Xbox.
Oh, come on. You're not a Sony guy?
I started on Sony playing SOCOM, and then I moved over to Xbox when Call of Duty came out.
Anybody have my son will be here for an extended weekend from Thursday to Monday. So if anybody has Xbox Madden and wants to get smoked by me, let me know. I'll play. I'll have.
Ooh. The last year's Madden?
Yeah. Yeah.
I might be able to load up on a PS4.
No, he's got Xbox. I'm
Doesn't
a PlayStation.
matter. We could play each other still.
I don't. You're speaking Spanish. Oh, Baxter, you know I don't speak Spanish.
Remember when we were kids? It was like you couldn't play if someone had a different system. Well, that shit's all out the window now. Call of Duty, Madden, 2K, all the games.
Only the new Madden is cross platform.
Oh, 24 wasn't? Because I don't even really play Madden anymore
I don't think 24 was.
Oh shit.
I'm not sure, but I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the
No,
first
you
time.
probably know. I don't really grind Madden anymore like I used to.
I don't really grind it. I just go on it and play whenever we lose. I put it on like arcade and just score 300 points on them. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
well, before I ask you for what your Jet take is, chat, let's start doing what did we learn tonight? I want to thank everyone for hanging out tonight. I want to thank all of you for watching and supporting the channel. Bonesy, thank you again for the gifting the 5 memberships. And for all the new members of the channel tonight, 9 of you, I believe, 10, 11. I'm doing the math. I did 4, you did 5, Bobby and Jets. There's so many Jet names. Jet set for life. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 new members of the channel. Follow the instructions on the bottom. Hit me up on Discord, and we'll get you into the group and be a part of the Proud New York Jet Fan Discord group. So tell me in the chat, what did you learn tonight? Aside from Bobby being temperamental and putting a hit out on my life, what did we learn? I know I just took away half of. We learned that Mr. Bonesy couldn't hold the candle to Joe Bonesy. Damn.
Ouch.
Damn, Alan. Ouch. So, Weed, any thoughts on the Jet stuff? Anything that piqued your interest tonight besides the joint?
Will McDonald is going to get 10 sacks.
Ooh.
Facts.
10
like
sacks.
it.
Facts.
I like it.
And he's going to jump the line and block a kick.
Nice.
I can see that freaky ass athleticism he's got doing that type of shit. If you watch fucking McDonald's spin moves and his style of play last year, come on, you got to see it.
Well, they showed one video. I think I have it on my phone. Maybe I'll post it on Jake's Discord of just him doing drills, and the bend and speed that he gets around those fucking corners is insane.
Even Allen will admit that you got to give his boy Salah the benefit of the doubt with defensive ends. Allen will admit that.
I would give it, yeah. You definitely got to give him that. When it comes to defense, I don't really question too much.
Wow. Hold on. Johnny made a comment in the chat, and I had to look it up. Darrelle Revis, 34 minutes ago, tweets, child support payments is the new flex.
What actually happened with Revis? I have no idea. I haven't been on Twitter in a while.
They're too much, man. Revis is too much.
What he did? What happened with Revis? I haven't been paying attention.
He's just being a bitch. He's what he does. Someone mentions his name, and he's got to be a bitch about it. He can't ever just let it go. He's very he's pissed off. He's got a lot of pissed off feminine traits. Like he can't let it roll off his back. He can't be the bigger man. No offense to women. But
yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm excited I'm cautiously optimistic for the season.
You have to be, right? We're Jets.
And I'm going to say we're going 17-0. You heard it here first, folks.
I love it. I'll take 20-0. Let's do it.
20-0. There you go. Even better.
I'm not that optimistic because Rodgers, as much as I'm a super fanboy, he'll have 2 bad games. You know, he'll have a game where shit ain't going right and the defense lets up a couple points and we're in a funk. He does that, once or twice.
Yeah, you're right. But our defense is just going to make up for
it. Hayden says, I learned that Bonesy doesn't care about his wife. Dude, you're crazy, bro.
I wanted you to read that one, and I didn't want to tell you. I was letting that sit there until you acknowledged it.
That's hilarious to me because listen, Jaden, one thing I will say is, I am a flirt. Accolades. Way back to Bonesy in high school, I won Biggest Flirt. That's just my style of laughter, man. Sarah knows I ain't fucking ever going to be able to meet her and do anything.
Can we get that trophy on the shelf behind you?
Yo, I'll fucking show you guys my yearbook.
I got most school spirit because I would go to the football and the soccer games and baseball games and cheer like a maniac. And then all those guys would come to my basketball games and cheer for me.
I got most likely to be a stoner.
Nice. Yeah. Good to see we all lived up to it. But,
hey,
Jaden,
I'm going to rip through
a dime piece.
Good night, boys.
You're allowed to do this, bro.
May the weed be with you.
Yes. May you breathe clear. I don't know what to say. May you breathe clear. All right, let's see what we got. What did we learn? I learned that Nick has big brass balls taking on Bobby Midnight.
Fucking right he does.
Well, let's say this. Nick loves his friends. And Nick's friends all bust his balls, and I bust balls in return. I'm not ill-willed. I'm not mean-spirited. Mean-spirited would have been having Sarah on the show for an hour and never bringing the chat or Bobby on. That wasn't ever the intent. I knew Bobby was there. I would have never allowed Sarah on the show if Bobby was sleeping. That would have been evil. I like to have fun. And I think honestly, Bobby knows that.
If Bobby didn't get on within like 3 to 5 more minutes, I was 100% calling his phone. Just for the record.
Oh, we would have been calling him nonstop.
I would have blew him up and fucked with it. Like, I wouldn't have let him sleep through that.
Big fella learned that he can still instigate ball busting as well as he used to. Very good. I learned that Nick pokes the bear. That's right. Thank you, Addison. Roger, I learned that Gator caught my subtle off-color joke that most of you missed. I also learned not to ask my wife to get me beer when she has pajamas on. I think there's more to that story. We learned that Mr. Bonesy is ready to stalk Joe Douglas just like our old friend. Oh, we don't say that name on the show. I'm glad I caught myself.
Alan, I'll hold it for him too, buddy.
I learned that Bobby doesn't realize that Sarah is married. Sarah's
Greg,
not married.
Sarah's not married, Greg.
She was just in a relationship, and I believe her time on Jet YouTube, it's that relationship is now ended. She is single. Hate to see
Single
someone
and ready to mingle.
be sad, but it's part of life. Jets Worldwide is a bad influence. Roger, I learned Nick shouldn't evaluate brain injury unless he is hired by plaintiffs. All right, while I'm catching up, Boomtown, get ready. Not yet, but get ready. I learned that it's been 16 years since Bobby has never. Oh, Bobby's been a virgin for 16 years. He said that. I learned that most people in the community don't take responsibility for Bobby turning into Bobby. Yeti learned that Addison finally got his membership. Bobby gets pissed, like really pissed, and most of our top fives were different but similar. Can't wait for the Wayne Corbett segment. Good night, folks. Good night, Yeti.
Yeti.
Roger learned it's not the size of a penis, it's the depth of a vagina. I don't know what the fuck you learned that from. Murdoch learned that this is the place where all good jokes in the chat go to die. What happened? I mean, guys, there's anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500 comments in a 3-hour show on my channel. It's impossible for me to get every good comment up. I tell you what, save your good jokes for when we open it up to the chat segment. Don't do it when we're doing Jet content. Sorry, I can't read them all. I've learned that Bobby needs a good bong rip and a good shirt. Roger learned a lot today. Don't throw dog poop over the fence. Oh, God damn it, Johnny. You learned nothing. I do not love you. Nick, you're a really tough guy. Is the whole state of New York out for you? Tom learned that you don't mow another man's lawn, especially if that lawn belongs to Bobby. Roger learned that if you break Sarah's heart, Bobby will break your jaw.
The golden Von Booty.
I'm looking.
I was having my wife practice talking in an Australian voice, but it's not going too good.
Oh boy. All right, what else we learned? Big fella learned that Bobby needs to set reasonable times for his show to end. Scott, I learned Nick needs to take a speed reading course. Thank you. It's tough because I don't have the mouse with the wheel. I got the stupid laptop with the flat pad, so I gotta click and drag, and I hate doing that.
I should, it's on me. I should be helping you with the chats. I should be talking, answering if I see a good one. I try to, but Murdoch was right. I missed a couple.
These I try to get in. I just look for the first two words I learned. So if you're putting something that doesn't say I learned, I'm scanning past it. I learned that Bobby needs to stop being a sucker for love. Dre Day learned we got the best guys on Jets YouTube. Thank you, sir. All right, what we got? Go ahead, Boomtown.
Yeah, Alan. Scott,
I did, Nate. You caught me. I did look to see if he had a stream set up. You caught me, Nate. The phone's right here. I did. I looked down to see it. I refreshed his page. Very good catch, Nate. That was awesome. All right, Boomtown coming in. I learned 2 Bonesies, 1 Nick. Nick excels at going pole to pole. Leon Washington confirms Bonesy is the man. So that crazy guy in ShopRite in 02 yelling, Chad Pennington, the future is now, was Nick. Bonus. Revis, why you a bitch, bro? Venmo says, I think Nick Shine may be a prostitute with all these expensive dinners he's receiving. Merry Christmas, Joe Bonesy. Bobby, go to sleep. Oh, this is unmatched. Murddog, I learned that Jets content seriously needs to stop revolving around the Giants fan. I learned to type. I learned to get Nick's attention as stream winds down. Yes, well, it's the wind down. It's the closing part. Double bonus. All hail the king. I can picture it now. Tables, ladders, and chair match set up at the home opener tailgate. Bobby walks out with his orange chair, ready to rock Nick's world. Very good. Boom. Roger learned to hit the mute button when Bobby sings Tony Braxton. Sarah learned that I need to stay away for a week or more.
Oh, come on, Sarah.
Oh, my God. Now he's going to kill me.
Please stop it. Our golden blonde beauty.
All good things should be enjoyed in moderation. Oh, Chris learned that Bobby needs a Snickers. Yo, I would kill for Snickers right now. I want to say, since Hawk and shout out, thank you everybody for the What Did We Learn. I want to shout out Daniel Murphy and Hawk, who were texting me a bunch of info the other day. I want to say, since Wednesday, I'm down 7 pounds.
Wow.
I've changed some things. I've changed with the diet, and I've gone down almost 2 pounds a day since Wednesday. So thank you to Hawk, if he's still here. Thank you to Daniel Murphy for their info. I appreciate it from both. And yeah, awesome. I've been stagnant around 300. So today I was 293.8 this morning. And then I moved the scale on like a tile linoleum floor into 4 different spots just to make sure the fucking thing was level. And I'm like, oh shit, it says the same in different spots. Because if you put a scale on a carpet, it doesn't do the rest. It's not the same reading as on a hard, flat surface. So I was very, very happy today. And that was good knowledge to get. So I've changed some things, and I'm looking forward to.
That's
to
good,
dropping.
man. That's actually great to hear because getting all of us when anybody gets their shit together, you're happy for them. I got to get my shit together.
Nice. All right. Well, Bonesy, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for co-hosting for VR.
Of course,
you're the man.
Anytime, brother.
You're a great Jets fan. You're cut from my cloth. You got a positive vibe and mentality. And even though this team hasn't rewarded us very much, we still look for the beauty in it. So you're the man. Thanks you.
Thanks for having me, man. Shout out to VR next week coming back. We miss you, buddy. Wish you were in here chilling with us as well. And last thing I'll say is shout out to Sarah. Don't you're feeling a little. You're acting like you're a little down, and we need you, girl. So don't be feeling like any of us are coming at you. We love you. So, and Nick,
and shout out to Blitz, who dropped another.
Oh my God! Right.
Shout out to Blitz. I learned that he dropped another fantastic piece. Thank you, and thank you for sending it to me to air. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, Jeff, this summarizes all of it. We pretty much need the damn season to start. 100%.
So true. So true.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Bonesy. Be good,
love
bro.
You guys.
Make sweet loving to the wife, and when you're done, say
she's out. She's out like a light. I'm about to hang out with Mary Jane and her 5 sisters.
Nice. Well, the next time you and the missus do a little happy time at the end, say this one's for Nick. Thanks, bro. I'll talk to you later.
Later, guys.
All right. Now that he's gone, we bring Bobby back in. All right, everyone. Thank you. Episode 10 of Sunday Shenanigans was fun. We learned about Bonesy's favorite 5 offensive players. We dropped my favorite 5 offensive players. You guys in the chat were phenomenal, as always. And keep your heads up. We're in the month of football. Jets football is amongst us. Jets football is coming in. Jets football is going to take over the NFL. Jets football is going to be the most important thing on all of our minds whenever we hit the shows. And before we end the show, I'm going to play Blitz BK's newest hit, Football Kings. Everyone, have a good night. Go Jets. Be loud. Be proud, New York Jets fans. Take care.
First and 10 on the 20s, how we set it off. All these teams like this turf, they all wet and soft. Real grass, real gas, what we calling for. Top 5D, special teams that score plenty more. Ready for quarter wars, ready for many more. Open hole, run the ball and take their soul. They just lost in the sauce when Q on patrol. Pound the ball down their throat with hard, yo. We move bodies, leave it second and inches. Leave the weapons outside. We kill them inside the trenches. No remorse, no resentment. No talk, all this business. Got the fins on the hit list. Division rap by Christmas. No third to convert. Pound the ball till it hurts. Hit them with slants, screens, and streets. They all work. First downs after first. Number 8 to G-Dub. All we do is convert. The other team we see as scrubs. J-E-T-S, 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 Jets, 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 Jets. Curtis Martin had a dream, watch us live it, there's some range, watch it vivid, singing songs for these critics. Sing along, haters, y'all the engine to the spirit. Got a message, hope you hear it, handed L's, I hope you wear it. If you ain't hate it, you ain't popping. If you playing, who you stopping? Not these Jets, not an option, we ain't dropping. We pass the ball back and forth like Malone and Stockton. We got championship gold while the builder window shopping.
So how did that just feel? Feel great. Poetic justice. We're pissed off. We was ready to come back and show what type of defense, what type of team this was, what kind of character we had. We take a lot of slack. To all the non-believers. How did that? To all the non-believers. For all you non-believers. Disrespect us. Can't wait.
And in closing, thank you, Blitz. And fuck the Patriots.